Problems with your daughter.
Nicole.
Hey, everybody.
Are we ready to go?
This is absolutely not for mature audiences, but that's why you tune in every week, because we're not exactly the most put together group of folks. We are the Not Near Mint crew. It is the end of the week. We are going to be talking about Heroes Con and maybe performing a little bit of dental work. Is it safe? Come here. Come here. No. This is actually for helping to peel pages back or folded over pages, because I don't want to use my fingernail. I'm going to wind up tearing out a page. But, we're going to be talking about Heroes Con any second now. But before that, let's take a deep breath. It is the end of the week. It is the moment we have all been waiting for. Who wants to call it out? Finn?
It's Friday, you bastards.
The internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic book community. Comic creators and comic fans, tonight you are seen, heard, recognized. Because comics are for everyone. Live from Miami, Florida, broadcasting around the world, this is the Not Near Mint Show.
All right, welcome to the show, everybody. As you see at the bottom of the screen here, we have pushed the top 5 to the end of the show. Next weekend is going to be Heroes Con, and I'm not going. But you know who is? Some of the folks on our show tonight, including Doc, including Vincent, maybe Cliff.
No, why? Why? Why would you even say that? Have I won the lottery recently? Because that's the only way.
No, neither have I. But we've all gone to comic conventions in the past. I'm going to ask the people out there in the audience, have you ever been to a comic book convention before? Let us know in the chat. But tonight we're going to be talking about what it's like going to comic conventions, what's specific to Heroes Cons, things that some of the people here are going to be getting signed. And we want to hear your responses on what you might be doing if you're showing up to Heroes Con, because you might get to see this handsome son of a gun.
Whoa.
Hey.
Or him.
Ah!
Definitely not this. So
absolutely, if you
Doc,
are going to Heroes
you're
Con
gonna
and
be
you're
going-
watching this, make sure you stop me, say hi if you recognize me. Absolutely.
I'm gonna bring some giveaways actually and put them in my knapsack. And in
Nice.
in the event that somebody does recognize me on the floor, I'm gonna give them a freebie.
Nice. We're also doing details are loose, but we'll be doing like a little social meetup in the evenings. The convention center has a lot of us are staying at the Westin across the street, so they'll be doing like some, especially those on Blue Sky. I've been doing coordinating to do a top shelf hangout. Friday for sure, but probably on other days as well.
Well, why don't you let the people know where it's going to be held and the time, so that they
this
don't go
very
there and
loose.
wait.
We're talking like hanging out at the look for my long-haired ass in the bar at the Westin, and let's get a few tables together.
It's crowded. I'm gonna warn you. That bar is hopping.
It's gonna be super hopping. So, but yeah, it's my first time going, so I don't have the super familiarity with other than just the basics. So we're gonna have fun. We're gonna keep it loose. Really, the goal is, especially like with Blue Sky, we see each other all the time, or post all the time, interact all the time. And I would just really love to hang out and geek out about comics with people who love comics too. So, we're gonna keep it loose, keep it fun. Some who are more intensive, who are more like want to make sure they meet up, by all means, throw me a DM on Blue Sky, and make sure that we make sure that happens. And it's gonna have fun. Kevin posted a video today about best practices in conventions. I think
I did. So You've moved over to me, so I'll talk for a minute. I've been to Heroes Con many times. I lived in North Carolina for a long time, so Charlotte was kind of my local con. And one of the things that really differentiates Heroes Con from San Diego or a lot of the other big shows around the country is that it is 99% comics. I mean, you're not going to see TV actors from the 70s. You're not going to see a lot of booths with Etsy stuff. You're not going to see professional wrestlers. It is all comics. There's dozens of dealers and there's hundreds of guests, all of which are comic oriented. Some are big. Of course, there's big names, but there's an entire section that they call Indie Island at Heroes Con that's just for up and comers, people who do small press stuff. So it's also a really great opportunity to discover new talent and just see a lot of things that you probably don't see on your shelves at your local store. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's at the convention center. It's pretty much the whole con. They probably get, 50,000 people, give or take, I would say. Hotels are scattered all over, but the Westin is where it's right across the street. That's where a majority of the after events take place. It's where a majority of the people stay. So they have, like, Friday, they do a drink and draw where artists will show up and draw a little art on coasters, and some people will donate bigger pieces. And so there's you can bid and buy that kind of stuff. And then Saturday they have the big charity auction. If you're not familiar with the charity auction, you will get an opportunity to see all the artists putting together their pieces for the charity at the con itself. So they have a raised stage, a raised platform with a bunch of easels on it. And you'll see Brian Stelfreeze or Phil Noto or some of the other big names painting or drawing, illustrating right in front of you. And then on Saturday night, they put them all together and they have a charity auction, which is fabulous. I love going every year.
A quick story for why I decided to go this year. I was at Emerald City Comic Con. It's in March, and I was talking to Scott Hanna, who happened to have a table right next to Chris Claremont, and I was like, "Oh, are you enjoying the convention? Chris Claremont obviously had a line going down the wall. That's just how it works. But Scott was, we were chilling. We were talking for a while, but Chris Claremont likes to butt in. He's a big personality. So I was talking to Scott for 10 minutes or something. And the whole time Chris Claremont's like ignoring the people he's citing to make sure he butts in on it. But I was just asking Scott what he thought of the convention. It was his first time in Seattle. And he just kept over and over bringing it back to Heroes Con. He's like, this is great, and the people here are awesome, but oh my gosh, if you can go to any convention in the entire country, Heroes Con is the convention to go to. And then Chris Claremont was jumping in, was like,
if comics is your main reason for going, you don't care about the subsidiary stuff. You don't care about the movies or the TV or the cartoons. Not as big a deal. Heroes is the place to go. And while there are some big names, and they'll have long lines. I mean, John Romita Jr. and Chris Claremont and the Simonsons and a few others, and you'll be waiting in line for those. But there's a lot of second tier, and that's meant as no disrespect to these creators from the 70s and the 80s. I mean, people like, I don't know, Ron Friends and Charles Vess and Alex Saviwick. And I mean, a whole bunch of, and there's oftentimes nobody at their tables. You can walk right up, get something signed, and spend 10 minutes talking to them. And that's really cool.
What's cool about this convention compared to most is I looked it up. There's over 200 people this year. And it's the variety. They have the top creatives right now. They have Scott Snyder, Nick Dragotta, Hayden Sherman. So they've got the top current hot guys, and then you've got your Chris Claremonts, your Art Adams, your Walton Weezy. So you got it's it just runs the gamut, of who to have, and I really like that. It's just you can see where they put all their money into comics front and center. And the way I kind of term most conventions now, ECCC is 100% this way, which is comic conventions have become it's more of a spectacle as about more than about comics. And Heroes Con just feels like it's still about the comics.
anybody that attended conventions back in the 90s, when it did still seem to be more about the comic books than the pop culture conventions that we've been seeing, mostly invading the United States throughout the early 2000s. There's still some shows that I would mostly just call a comic show, but the second I hear the word convention, that's when I just start looking at the list and okay, so actors, let's scroll down. Hey, look, there's some comic book people here. But for Heroes Con, you're saying that this is just going to be mostly comics.
Yes.
And it has been.
So how would you plan out doing a show like that?
You can't. I mean, that's the rule of every convention, every big one anyway. And I know you told me this off camera before we started, but write down your list, Vincent. Write down your list, what you want to do.
Yeah.
Take out half of it, and then take out half of it again, because that's
I would say, this is my first Heroes
prioritize
conventions in general. The number one thing is if there is I must go. If you have some panel that you're like, this is my panel, like whatever that panel is, move everything aside to prioritize it. So like if you have like at 4 p.m. on Saturday or whatever the panel, but pick out just a couple of panels. Don't try to go to all of them. And you can focus on them. It's about time management, really.
I don't even think I even gave one single thought to panels for Heroes Con last year.
No, it's an afterthought for me too. But
yeah, it was like the last thing on my mind. It was like, okay, like that guy has $2 books. That guy all the way at the end, he's got $75 slabs. I don't know what that's about. Let's investigate, And then I'm like, oh, I gotta go find people who I like. And like go do that.
I will say I looked at last year's panel list because their website made a mistake and linked the wrong year, which is funny. But so I was like, I was reading it and like I was reading the panel list. I'm like, oh wow, they have a panel for this, panel for that. They had a panel, but then I quickly realized it was last year's panel. And actually, I think puts in focus that panels can be important. They had a full hour panel dedicated to Jim Shooter last year, and a full hour panel dedicated to Jerry Conway. With that they were the featured guest, which obviously since both have passed. So you never know.
One of the things that I like about ECCC, and there's not many because it's just gotten really horrible, but a lot of the panels are do-it-yourself. Like people propose the panels and get accepted. So, if the con's going to host a panel about Jim Shooter and interview Jim Shooter, that's awesome. But some of these like kind of buy your bootstraps, as much as I hate that term. This is how I did this. This is how I started making comics, or let's talk about getting better shoelaces and comic book characters and how I do that. How to cosplay this, that, or the other thing. And it's kind of cool that like you've got people who are able to do that. That having been said, I've been, I think, on a total of 3 panels in like 10 years of going to conventions. I went to see, I could not miss John Cleese. So I saw it, I went to that panel. I'm like, first of all, what the hell was he doing coming to Washington State SummerCon? That was the most amazing thing. I got to meet him, and that was like, blew me away. I did like a Star Wars panel that was kind of cool. I took my daughter to Hamilton Sing-Along, which was pretty cool. And I think I went to a Bendis panel like 10 years ago once. But I like everybody else on this panel. And in the comments.
Panels like, more on if it's a convention, so like comic book conventions, like a generic convention, I don't tend to go to those panels too much. I might cherry pick one every once in a while. But like I have gone to like Star Wars celebrations as a Star Wars convention. Right. And those I go to panels because they'll have like trailer reveals or like things like that. And
yeah,
those can be fun.
But comics are the main thing for me, and I think that's what most people are saying in the comments as well.
Yep. And another nice thing about Heroes is that even though it's a big show, I mean, there's tens of thousands of people there. The convention space, and Cliff, you probably can agree with me on this maybe, but the convention space is big enough to handle all those people.
285,000 square feet.
Yeah, the aisles are wide, so you don't feel like you're bumping elbows to get.
And apparently I am so woefully uninformed and inexperienced. I didn't know that MegaCon was over 1 million square feet in Orlando or wherever the hell. in
That's
Florida.
when I'm most used to going to.
Which is crazy because I never hear stuff from there that I hear about from Heroes. So I'm not attracted to it, you know? And although I am attracted to the idea of a hangout, I'm not attracted to the idea of I'm going to go to MegaCon because 90% of it is the hangout. I'm like, no, there's 1 million square feet. Is there anything to do here except stumble through drunk with your friends?
Dig. That's what there is to do. Dig.
Right. Is there digging? Have you digged? I need to know.
Not at
Heroes-
HeroesCon. Maybe next
No,
year.
I meant at MegaCon.
MegaCon, there is digging. There's plenty of good dealers there, but, and I do have to give a big but on this because there's always a but. The but is this: if
Dealer's
you
got
are
a big
expecting a
old butt.
book that is $20, expect to pay $30. If it's $100, expect to pay $120 or $30. Why? They need to pay back the dealer's fees for everything, and they are substantial.
That's how Emerald City Comic Con has become. Not only is it unfriendly for comic books in general, unfortunately, but
Yeah, see,
very-
I just don't like that. That just takes all the sport out of it. I am not. I
the
do not
cost
enjoy that.
for the vendor table is so astronomical because it's at this new convention center that they
Ottawa Comic Con is the same thing.
Yeah.
Ridiculous prices for them tables.
Ian's just like tearing shit up, picking up. You're getting all picked up on the mic. It's like,
Yeah, I
I
can't
will
remember
say
who
the-
said it. A couple years ago, a buddy of mine wound up picking up, or was trying to pick up, a Hulk 181, and the dealer went, "Listen, don't buy this from me here because I'm going to have to charge a lot more. If you contact me after the show and I still have it, I can give it to you for a lot less, but right now I need to make my money back." And after hearing that, that's just how I feel about a lot of dealers. And it might not be true for all of them, but some of them, yeah. So it's expectations that have to be managed.
Well, I'll tell you though, Heroes, I mean, I am a professional box digger at Heroes and I find bargains. Are there some dealers who are overpriced? Yeah, but you can tell pretty quick that they're overpriced. But you will find some that not only are reasonably priced, but are willing to make a deal with you if you buy more than one. I talked about this in a video I did a while back, but bring some cash. I think I'm doing a Heroes Con preview video that posts on
cash is king.
on
I was just
Wednesday.
going to say that.
Bring some cash and not just 50. I mean, bring, if you can afford it, bring as much
Whatever your
cash as
budget.
you can
I
because
say
they will
it's-
give you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But also, don't use the ATMs at the convention center.
No,
Well,
don't do that.
Well, here's I don't know. This works for me. I don't know if it works
Worse
for
than
everybody,
Vegas.
but I have my budget that I want to play with at a convention. I bring that in cash, and then that's where my budget is. I don't go back for an ATM. Like it forces me to haggle because I don't want to get as much as I can on my money, and then it's like I keep myself in a budget that way. Never bring out the credit card. It's good.
I do the same thing with one caveat. I have my budget. I bring my budget in cash, but I do bring my credit card just in case. You know, you find that one book that you've been looking for forever, and
Yeah.
it's a few $100 or whatever, and you must buy it or you're never going to see it again. So I use my credit card kind of in those emergency situations.
Well done.
So here's a question. Is there anything that panel wise or otherwise, are we expecting some kind of news to break this next weekend here at no,
Heroes
I'm
Con's
seeing
not that
chicken
good.
red.
No, they don't do those kind of amazing
York-
announcement kind of things.
New
there.
York and San Diego gets those.
It's not big enough. It's not a big
Yeah.
enough media market. It doesn't get the media coverage that a lot of the big shows do, which is a bonus as far as I'm concerned. Again, if you are a nerd like me and your primary goal at a convention is to find back issues and fill holes and everything else is kind of secondary, it's perfect. You don't have any of those distractions to get in your way. And I'm an old fart, so I like to dig it through my comics.
And as Ron dropped down here, he might be saying it one way. I'm going to say it a different way. Con food is not real food.
No,
A lot of places there that are selling food at the con, you're going to go, hey, that smells pretty good. You try and take a bite out of this big, giant, I don't know, turkey leg that you'd normally see at a Renaissance festival. You take a bite into it, and it's like, this isn't even cooked all the way. You try and have a burger, it's $20. You'd be
Yeah.
better off eating beforehand, have a good meal, and be ready to go, but also be prepared for those bathroom lines.
that's right. And they they catch you with the FOMO. Conventions do. I mean, I can't leave the con because I'm gonna miss something, or I'm gonna not get in
You're a trapped
line. I'm
audience,
gonna
they can get that
somebody's
money out.
gonna buy the book that I'm looking for. See to your own health, and by health I mean, rest your feet, sit down every once in a while, leave the convention center. Charlotte's a big city, there's a lot of stuff downtown. Leave the convention center, sit down, have a nice lunch, then come
Like
back.
And hockey is
I
not
love
food.
how people talk like it's really that nice. It's okay. Like, all of the, and by the way, I don't know about the rest of you. I don't know if y'all deal with leg atrophy and stuff like that. When you sit down, that's when your body starts to go, oh, we're doing that. And then when you're on your feet for the next couple of hours, then it's like stopping mid-tattoo to have a break. I was like, your body responds. It comes back with a vengeance.
Well, you gotta do within everybody knows their own health limits, right? So
I don't think people actually do know their health limits.
I'm a go person. Me standing in line and shuffling forward, that's mine. When I like it annoys me.
Cat.
To focus back on the food thing though, Comic Foil put in chat if you want to pull it back up, Rob. I don't know personally, but he's saying lots of great restaurants within walking distance.
There is some good food within walking distance, but I highly recommend.
Yelp is your friend.
I highly recommend put snacks in your damn bag.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
also
Energy bars.
now that I've become a wagoneer, aka a cart person, however you want, but now that I think that dragging the cart behind me at a big show is the greatest thing ever, now that I've discovered the joy of that power, all right, now I'm saying get the one I got right from the camping section at your local Walmart or order from Amazon, whatever you people want to do, support whatever tyrant you want. But the point is, you can stick your cans of soda in there. I was like, and I'm going to try and go to Heroes next year. And let me tell you, they charge you good money for that buffet in the freaking Westin, okay? And raid their drink, raid the refrigerator before you leave. All right, open that refrigerator, grab 6 drinks, and throw them in one of your bags, and you just load up your cart. All right, and like these are all things I wish I had done last year. But I will tell you this: Taylor Winder and I, as soon as we saw people leaving with drinks, Taylor Winder and I, our 2 old asses, we got down to that refrigerator and we were just grabbing everything we could. I left there with every freaking Diet Pepsi I could. I was on the move.
Yeah, and they don't have their security is lax in that they're not going to be digging through your bags or anything. So if you want to put a banana or some energy bars or bottled water in your bag,
I paid $33 plus tax for that breakfast. You're going to let me leave with whatever I want.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Take advantage of that.
So, Michael, do they have conventions in Canada? Has it reached you guys yet? You're very quiet.
In a year now.
Yeah, well, I used to run
It's
a Star Trek convention, but that's a different animal altogether. But yeah, we've got Fan Expo.
TCAF is huge, isn't it?
Hmm?
TCAF, the Toronto Comic Arts Festival. That's a big show, isn't it?
Yeah, there's that too. There's the Fan Expo. That's a big one. Fan Expo is very much what you guys were talking about, very much about the stars, the media, big rooms for that. There are comic vendors. I'm not going to say there's, I don't know, 10 to 20, but yeah, you're going to get overcharged for it. There are some dollar bins. There are the comic book only ones, but they're not the kind that you're talking about. So they're just vendors. So there's no signings at all. And it's just a bunch of local comic shops that have kind of descended on it. So yeah, we don't get the kind of volume and the kind of cons that you guys get. And so it's nice to hear about the cons you're saying about, like, it's not only just comic vendors, it's huge amounts, and you get the big creators as well on top of it. For our Fan Expo, we get the creators, but like the comic pickings are, they're okay, but if you're going there for the comics, you're going to be disappointed. If you're going there for the creators, you'll find a lot of great creators at Fan Expo. And then, but we don't get the ones that you're talking about because we just don't have.
And again, that's what separates Heroes Con from the rest, is that is not an issue there. If you are a comic nerd, I said it already, and you only go to one show a year, you should either do Heroes Con or you should do Baltimore. They are the 2 best comic exclusive shows in the country.
Can we talk about my favorite part of cons now?
Absolutely. Let
No,
me just
Dynamite, yeah.
tell people this one thing. You can tell when people have run out of money because the cosplayers will start sword fighting out right out front. You will notice that by day 2 or day 3 that these people that are wearing costumes, they cannot wash them. So day 2 or 3 usually gets a little
I
not
don't know.
very good, but
The
it's not.
pros
Carry some
have a different
Febreze.
costume every day. I don't. At least at Emerald City Comic Con, every day they do a different costume. So they'll be like,
Yeah,
spoiler
they're
one day.
changing multiple times a day. Some of them.
Yeah.
I just remember years past, I'm going to look through some books. And I'm going, what is that? And I see this person
That's not
behind me
problem
wearing.
in general.
Oh, they were wearing a giant Pokemon suit that was just, I don't know if they were furry or not. No kink shaming here. But they obviously didn't watch this damn thing. And it was not just one or two. There were a lot of them, and they were mostly teenagers. Teenagers, wash yourself.
I
Teenage-
teach
Oh,
middle
good
school.
Lord.
Nothing phases me.
There
Yeah.
you go.
That's
So-
awful.
My favorite part about
Yes.
conventions, and it didn't used to be, I used to not care so much, but as I've gotten old and nostalgic, it's signatures. I love to get a good signatures, the creators. Y'all. I was looking up. I'm doing like some like cross-referencing spreadsheet stuff, and I one that bummed me out was, okay, Roy Thomas is going to be there. Roy's been around for a while, so I got
Yes, he has.
Tales of Suspense number 73, first script that Marvel took from Roy for superheroes, and I noticed that it was 15 creators listed for that book, and he's the last living member that had been on that book. These creators are getting older, yeah, and like I didn't get to meet Jerry Conway. Now it's too late. George Perez. George Perez at Emerald City Comic Con more than once, and the line was always so long. I was like, I'll get him next year. I'll get him.
Oh
next
no! Oh,
Same with Neil. Neil
I
had
had
a-
it first, like I'll get him next year. You know who I used to do that with? Carrie Fisher. Oh my God! And
Yeah.
then I cried for like 3 months, just listening to her books and just crying as I listened to her audiobooks because she sounds like she's in my living room. And then just goes, just devastated. So now, if I really like somebody, if I get a whiff of an inkling that there may be something terminal, I'm there first thing. I'm just like, hello, hi, are you eating right?
A lot of
If
these
you're a
creators are getting
creator
older, too.
and Cliff is on your line, he might know something about
Right.
you.
So yeah, I'm a big signature fan now. I didn't appreciate it as much when I was younger. Definitely creatives who've been around a long time. I've like Blue Sky. I've talked to a lot of people like, I get too shy. I don't want to get in line. Just be like, hey, thank you. Your stuff was great. Like that's all you. Don't have to
Yeah,
say
and
much.
Vincent, you're the exact opposite of me because when I was younger, signatures were my thing. Now,
Yeah.
I don't care quite as much anymore. I'm more interested in the people who are, to use Cliff's analogy, who are getting a little closer to death's door. The older ones who were doing stuff in the 70s. They're higher on my list, and it's nice because they end up being ones who the lines aren't very long for anymore.
I think the one thing that I've really started to enjoy too is getting multiple signatures on one book.
Oh,
So
Yes.
and
Becomes a piece of art.
I have to thank my friend Manoush, who will also be at Heroes Con. Some of you who use Blue Sky might recognize his name. Manoush is great. Manoush was like, I really need to see Tom DeFalco. I want him to sign my Secret Wars. And I'm like, what did Tom DeFalco do for Secret Wars? Mike Zeck, you've got John Beatty, you've got you've got Jim Shooter. And it's like, he was the editor, of course. And we don't get a lot of the editors on West Coast conventions. Like you don't get the Tom DeFalcos, the Al Milgrams, Ralph Macchio. Those guys don't tend to come out to the West Coast very much.
They're all East Coast people.
Ralph
Yeah.
will be at HeroCon.
Yes.
Yeah, and those who I just listed are all at Heroes Con, and Ascenti also, Wheezy Simonson. They all were editors, and they had their hands on so many books, and it's such a fun idea.
And don't you forget that was the Louise Jones I loved. I think last year here was like, I have all these New Mutants for Louise Simonson. They're like, why? I didn't know she worked on a book. I'm like, Louise Jones, editor, get it right.
Yes. So yeah, I would for signatures, saying this on the stream official. Thank you, Manoush, for opening my eyes. It didn't even dawn on me to do, and I'm not gonna do it for every book, but I think it's a fun idea to like apparently throw a. Al Milgrom is still alive.
Yeah, Howard Mackey's going to be there too. He's another editor.
Yeah. I have a couple of books that I'll highlight at some point by the end of the stream. Just I think are fun to like multiple signature books. I know we talked about it. Kevin and
I've got so many. I've got so
Marvel
many.
Fanfare
guys.
45. What did you say? Was it
That's a
14?
good idea.
Oh, I can tell you, I got it right here.
Let's do it,
So,
guys.
This Marvel Fanfare 45, the pinup issue, and I wrote them all down. These are all going to be at Heroes Con, and they all did something in this. Arthur Adams, Michael Golden, Brett Breeding, Rick Leonardi, Kevin Nolan, Sandy Plunkett, Klaus Janson, Walt Simonson, Steve Lealoa, Charles Vess, John Romita Jr., Al Milgrom. In one book.
I've
That's
always
like
said
what
Steve
what I'm
Aloha.
That's how you do it.
Say that again, Ian.
So it was just interesting. You said Steve Lealoha. I always thought it was Lealoha, and I don't know. That's the way it's always been in my brain.
It's spelled as a combination of Princess Leia and Aloha, so that's how I pronounce it. So I don't know for sure.
Well, then it would be
Yeah,
hello, Your Honor.
you got a super chat there, Tacoma.
What?
Look at that.
I don't know. Somebody got a super chat.
Is that even possible?
I think the channel gets it, but that's MT shouting me out. So, what's up, MT? MT is the host and the king of the astonishing comics auctions that I do on Sunday. My other weekly appearance on on the interwebs, plus my like twice a year posting on my own channel that I sometimes forget I even have. So, shout out MT. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it.
And if that's the same one that I think it is, Matthew Taylor from Astonishing Comics, I got a lot of my early journey into mystery from him. So good to see.
Oh, he's got a lot of older Marvel. And this Saturday is the vintage auction where everything is silver, gold, or maybe copper is allowed, but bronze and modern is frowned upon at the vintage auction. So there
this
you
is
go.
Vintage, not whale, right?
Yeah, the whale is just all like $100 starts big books, but those can be modern. That happens once a month. Vintage happens once a month. Craziness happens once a month, but the best deals clearly are the ones that I sell Sunday nights because I just want people to buy my books. I don't care how
buy
much.
My books.
Books.
If you guys don't mind staring at signatures for a minute, because again,
Go ahead, Vincent.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. Another Marvel fanfare that I think is a great idea for somebody looking for something to get combos on signatures. So it's the middle of the arc for George Perez's Black Widow on Marvel Fanfare. This is Marvel Fanfare number 12. So you get with this issue, you get Ralph Macchio wrote it. Then Al Milgrom did the inking for George Perez on this one. So you get those two. Then in the middle of this book, it has a little short that's Ann Nesenti little short story. It's called the Marvel Anverse. So when she was an editor. And on top of that, it's got a Rick Leonardi portfolio at the end. So you get Rick Leonardi, you get Ann Nesenti, you get Ralph Macchio, you get Al Milgrom, and it's just a lot of fun for one book. So there's that one, and then my copies, like I've owned this copy since it came out. My copy is like total dog shit, but I don't care. That's the thing. When I get signatures, I'm not trying to like get some fancy version of it. It's all. I don't know how you can tell how bad this copy is.
It's just a lot of water staining, a little water staining.
And it's
that's
still
dog shit.
attached. But you with this one you get Ron Friends. Let me pull up because I didn't put it on the back of the
But
order.
as you're pulling that up, we had a question earlier. Have any of y'all been harassed by handlers of any artist or writer?
Yes.
I've
What's
been
that look like?
I've been go ahead, sorry. Go first, Vincent.
Oh yeah. I don't blame the creators. This is always their handlers are paid to move you along. And the rudest one I had was Mike Grell's handler. The dude was just straight up like rude.
You
Like,
can say it. You can say it.
Was he a see you next Tuesday?
Was
Was
it
he a
Steve
It
Rude?
was
You can say dick.
startling, and you could tell Mike has to deal with it all the time because Mike's just like, hey, he was like super nice. I don't know if it's like good cop, bad cop kind of a thing, but the item I had for Mike to sign, he's like, no, he like kind of cut off the handler and like stood in front of him. It's like, I'm taking this guy. I'm taking lunch later because I had like a really rare item that he hadn't seen for years. So. But yeah, that's the one. That's the worst I've had.
Yeah, I had a
Handlers, just listen to your people that you're supposed to be handling, and you'll keep a job. Otherwise, you'll piss them off.
so the handlers are hired by the companies that represent, like at a lot of these cons now, there'll be a group of people that are represented by one company, and they're the ones who pay for the handlers. So it's not like the con, I guess, but I think it's mainly there's actually companies that do this. So it's not like the creator themselves go out and like hire somebody to help them out. It's not like their friend. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's like more low key. But for the bigger people, there's people that are like, oh, so what do you want from Bob? You know, all right, that's going to be this much. You're going to get this sign. You're going to get this, sketch. Yeah, and it just, I get why they do it, but it feels impersonal. Like part of what I'm there for is the interaction, not just the pay ahead of time. So like Claremont, his wife, who was sitting next to him, handled all that. And she and I told you, had a great conversation about yacht clubs and Long Island and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it was Tinian and Marguerite, I forget her last name now, Marguerite Bennett, and Tinian had the same handler. And like, I had a book that was, I think they did it after the Pulse nightclub shooting. They both did like a short piece in like this charity book basically, and I was like, I wanted them to sign this, and I guess Tinian saw it. He's like, yeah, don't charge for that, we'll sign that one. So like they were cool about it. Like they had to go through the handlers kind of like position themselves in front, and it's like, I think that I could sweet talk any comic book creator into a little bit of a discount if I get enough things signed, or I buy enough stuff of theirs. Maybe they'll write a bigger signature. The Star Wars people will do 6 words in a quote, and that's an extra $20. I'm like, well, I wanted a 7-word quote from you. But when there's like a business person who doesn't give a shit about comics or you and just knows how much to charge, you can't like get that interaction. You can't get that schmoozing thing. And, it kind of pisses me off. So yeah, they can get in the way a little bit.
Especially if they're the Pinkerton group, where all they care about is just the security and their weapons.
Rob throwing out the 1920s references. Love it.
Hey, Alan Pinkerton started the Pinkerton Group in the 1850s. It's over 100 years old, and they're not allowed to be hired by the government, which shows you just how violent they are. But they're used at comic conventions.
Handlers usually are just pushy. Like they're trying to push for like a Star Wars Celebration. When I'm meeting Rosario Dawson, she was so nice. Like you could tell she was trying to talk to my wife she was trying to start a conversation with my wife, and they're like taking us and they're like moving us to the sidewalk. Rosario's still trying to talk to him.
Time is money. That's why.
Yep.
Cliff, you are correct. Love is love. I'm trying to get everybody who worked on that to sign it.
Ooh,
nice. But yeah, combo books I think are fun. So even if it's a dog shit copy like this one, I don't care. I've owned it since 1984. I pulled out the spinner and it was well loved and well read. So you get the amazing Charles Vess cover. You got Ron Friends, Joe Rubinstein, the art, Tom DeFalco, the writing. You get 4 signatures on something like this. I just think it's fun. So that's going to be what I'm spending most of the con doing, is going to the creators who, like Kevin said, aren't going to have a lot of people on their line, and just thanking them, especially like inkers. Man, inkers were the power, the workhorse of comics of the 70s and 80s, and I don't think they get enough love. And I like Brett Breeding. I went out of my way to pull stuff that's gonna get inkers to get a few signatures.
Are you getting Ron Wilson to sign anything? Because you should. He's awesome.
I am bringing Defender 17 specifically for him because I love the Wrecking Crew.
Oh yeah.
And the third
nobody's
person
he goes every year, and I mean, you're gonna walk right up to him, pay $10, and you can spend 10 minutes there if you want.
And that's so that's the other thing about autographs. I am 100%. I think that you should be charging me for a signature. I know me personally am not looking to resell it, but there are a lot of people who will, and you know it's going to increase the value of their book. And I think that we should be, especially if they're not actively working. If they're like, you know, if they're in retirement and they come into a convention, they deserve that money.
Yeah,
It's
I did a whole
supplement
video.
to their social security in a way.
It is. I did a whole video on that, and essentially my conclusion is that they can charge whatever they want. It's their right to do it, but you at the same time have a choice whether or not you want to pay it. So I mean, it's perfectly fine. If you want to engage in that transaction, it's great.
Yep.
If you don't want to, that's fine.
Years ago, I went. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it kind of annoys me when they like call out specific keys and increase the signing price.
I
Kind of.
remember Rob Liefeld starting with that.
At the same time, I get it. At the same time, I totally get it. You know,
No,
like John,
it is Liefeld's fault, but it's also ridiculous. And then, of course, it's like, are they even entirely wrong when you know damn well that the sudden influx of Uncanny X-Men 263 is because of whatever, and then everyone's coming to you with one, like, you know.
But
I kind of get it.
I like when the creators charge more if you've got a CGC witness behind you, right?
Mm.
Like I think that's fair, and that kind of evens it out. Because listen,
Right, because again, it may just be for my collection, and it is almost always for my collection. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty much sure that it's always for my collection. But the point is, like, it's sending a message when you show up with that book, but you don't have any of my other work, right? It's sending a message when you show up with that book and your CGC witness.
Yep.
You know? Now, it sends a very confusing message when you have the CGC witness, you have that book, but you do say, make it out to Cliff. And they're like, oh, damn, wait, do I charge you?
Yeah. Yeah, good point. And that's another reason why I tend to bring stuff that's not hot. I like bringing filler stuff for them to sign that they don't see very much. Again, I've talked
bring a
about
little
this
bit of
before,
both.
but you bring the weird stuff they don't see very much, and it could generate a dialogue, a conversation, which is what Ian and a lot of us want. We want that conversation.
So years ago, I attended a convention. I believe it was MegaCon, early 2000s. They weren't charging, and I was getting in line for J. Scott Campbell. I only had about 3 books with me, which I thought was the respectable amount. Didn't want to overdo it, but there was this guy directly ahead of me with a cart and like a long box of comic books ready for all that stuff to be signed. So it was soon after that I started seeing J. Scott Campbell asking that if you want 4 books or 3 books signed, it's free. Anything over that, it was like $5 or $6. And that might call the type of person that would drop off a long box and not even wait it out to be signed. Instead, drop it off. I'm going to go piss off, look around the convention. I'll be back for the signatures later.
Yeah, or get 5
Right.
signed, and if I'll sign 5, and if you got more, you got to go to the back of the line. I mean, it's not that hard.
Yep. Kieran Gillen did that. Kieran Gillen and Jamie McKelvey, when they came to Emerald City right when Die was coming out, they're like 10, and then you're back at the line. So
That's fair.
I
Yeah,
like to bring
absolutely.
a variety. So I like. I've never met Bob McLeod. McLeod.
McLeod. Yeah.
McLeod. Like
McLeod
I've
or
never
McLeod,
met him. He
not
doesn't come out to
Cleod.
the West Coast. And so you know that man has touched so many keys. I mean, I got my X-Men 94. You know, like so I was like, oh, I may never see this guy again. So I have that, but then I have I'm having him sign a GI Joe, you know, like some random issue GI Joe, and like some, and I have him signing and a non-important issue of Iron Man because John Romita. It's John Romita Jr.'s first work with Marvel on Iron Man. And he
115.
worked on- yeah, and so I like it's like just things that matter to me. Like I love Hulk, I love Iron Man. Like Joe Staten's another good example. Like he did so many keys for DC. But all I care about is Hulk. Hulk's my boy, so I'm gonna bring some just random issues of Hulk to have him.
And he'll like that. Trust me.
Yeah. It's but I always want to thank creators for their impact, and some are cooler than others, and some like Mike Grell's amazing. If you guys have never met Mike, Iron Mike is just the nicest dude.
Yeah.
Is this the guy that has the pockets with all like the 5, the 10, the 20?
No, that's who is that? Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, I know the story. I'm forgetting the creator name.
Yeah.
John Byrne.
But that's like Ron Wilson too.
John
When I
Byrne.
saw Ron Wilson, I said, Ron, your thing is my thing. I mean, and he really appreciated that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if anyone's getting John or Joe Staten to get a book signed, try and get that DC comic, or not DC Comics. It's the first appearance of Huntress. It's like a DC special. I can't remember the issue number off the top of my head. Great one. Anything that he worked on with Huntress.
Yeah, and he also did like Power Girl, like some important stuff with Power Girl. He did a lot of really important books for DC, but I love my Hulk, so and his run on there with Herb Trimpe, so good. It's great, really great stuff. So I don't know, I like to bring the keys, but then I also want to just make sure that that I bring something that's just important to me, so I balance it. But yeah, that's and then also make sure you're checking. One last thing about autographs, I'll say, CLZ is wrong a lot. They do not treat them like Wikipedia.
So is Key Collector. There's been instances where they're not 100% accurate, and when you're a comic collector, accuracy is almost as king next to cash.
I don't know about you, but I cross-referenced CLZ with the different like Marvel Wiki.
Hey, Dan.
And there were 5 or 6 books that, because I pulled out a stack. I got a stack of books I'm bringing with me, and there were 5 or 6 books that were straight up wrong in CLZ. And I don't know. I don't want to go to a creator and be like, and then like think they did it and like didn't look inside and be like, I didn't even work on this book. I don't want that.
There's a Fantastic Four issue that every time I try and correct it, because I do try and update CLZ on my own because I have 32,000 books here, and I think that I know what I know. I don't know everything, but I know enough when I research it to go, hey, maybe I should update this to say this is the first cover appearance of, I don't know, like Kid Omega in New X-Men. I tried putting that in there like 16 different times, and I kept erasing it. Finally, Key Collector puts it out there. CLZ fucking puts it in.
Yeah, I've found Key Collector to be pretty prompt in correcting mistakes. They had they had some issue in Harley's first run listed as the first cover appearance of Harley out of costume, and I'm like, no, that was way earlier in the run. So I snapped a picture, sent it in, and they made the changes. So they've been pretty responsive.
Just double
It
check.
helps when they have
Or look inside
Topher
the
and
book.
yeah. Also, there's a guy Topher that does a lot of videos with Comic Tom 101. This guy knows when there's a first actual appearance of something that's in some really niche, iconoclastic kind of book. So whenever he posts something there, yeah, Key Collector is going to update almost right away. If you're a person like me, hey, this isn't exactly like 30,000 subscribers here where I can get some credit for anything. They don't give credit. It doesn't matter. We're just trying to be accurate about the information. That's why we're into this stuff.
Yeah.
But I think maybe we should start diving into another topic.
Yeah.
What comics should you get signed at Heroes Con? Did you pull some books for signatures, things that are examples where if anybody out there that's watching, they're going, what should I pull? I have so many books, or maybe I only have a few, or maybe I need to eBay something before I leave to get on my plane to fly out to Heroes Con.
Whee!
You ready there, Kevin?
Yeah.
Unless I see Michael over here. Michael has said very little tonight, and he's been getting better and better every episode with all these great books. Do you have anything?
Yeah. I'll go through them quickly. Okay. So I went through the list and I tried to find things that I would get signed if I was there. So kind of speaking to what Vincent said. So this is Alex Saviuk, because I love the cover. I love the Global Guardians because they're crazy and they're silly. So yeah, that's a good Alex Saviuk book for me.
And to get out of that run.
Garcia Lopez, who he would be the one I would stay in line for 4 hours to get a signature from. I think he's God. He's in my top 3 of artists, probably number 1 at times. I have to pick more than one for him. I'd have to get him to do the Adam Strange because I love Adam Strange so much. I love most of his stuff on DC Presents when it had some really good inkers on it too. And this is, I think, one of the finest examples of his art. Look, you can argue back and forth what's the best example, but this was a really good example of his art in that team up. Arthur Adams, another one of my favorite creators. What can I say about him? He's such a delight at the cons. He's so curmudgeony, but in a nice way. So like some are mean for the sake of mean. Arthur Adams, you can tell he's teasing us. He's a friendly guy underneath, and he's got a little persona. And he's especially nice when his wife's around. So this is one of my favorite interior arts of him. I could have done the long shots because I love them so much, but this would be my favorite.
Well, Michael, that book, I'm bringing that book. Not only you get Art Adams doing the interior, that's a Charles Vess cover. Then it's written by Dan Nesenti.
Yeah.
So you get 3 signatures on that one book.
There you go. Almost up to your 4.
Yeah.
Another guy I love, Dennis Cowan. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I really loved this run on by Sam Hamm on Batman, and the art is just phenomenal. He knocks it out of the park. I actually even like there's another cover that I like a little bit better, but this is very iconic Batman, and it's the 600th Detective Comics. So this is what I'd get signed by Dennis if I was to the con. John Romita Jr. I really, so you get 2 for 1. For some reason, I love these yellow striped covers that he did in Daredevil. This to me is peak JR. Again, people can say when his peak came. His style definitely changed over the years. You could definitely go for an early Iron Man. That's some beautiful art as well. I just love the inking on this. By Al Williamson. Am I right, Kevin? Yeah,
that's correct. Yeah.
I actually have the one where he's jumping towards the camera, signed by John Romita.
Oh, you got
Al
that?
Williamson makes everybody look good. He's so good.
So to me, that's the peak JR. If I was going to pick it, Walt Simonson. Look, you could pick every single one. I love every single thing the man's ever done. Why would I bring this? Just because it's silly. They not talked about a lot, but I loved his Star Wars stuff and his Battlestar Galactica stuff. It's just fun, silly. Obviously, any Thor you got by him would be amazing too. Eric Powell, I really love this 3-issue series by him, Eric Powell. I know you could obviously do the Goon, but I only have those in big collector formats, library formats, so I couldn't bring those to the con. So if I was going to get something by Eric, that would be it. Scotty Young, I just randomly picked a Scotty Young. They're all wonderful. Mike Grell, again, you can do whatever you want with him. This would probably be, I think, because he created it, he wrote it. It was, I think probably is one of his favorite creations, if not the favorite. So, and
it has mine signed.
Yeah. Jim Starlin, again, a guy I would just get tongue-tied in front of. I love him so much. A Warlock would be good, but I really love this this entire run by him. Would love it for
should bring an actual Warlock with you.
BD, I don't know. You could go for either one of those, but yeah, I love those. Kevin McGuire, got to meet him once. I actually got him I love to buy the art from the table from them. So instead of just getting a comic sign, I love when I can buy something.
I hope he has something because I want to buy something. I know he doesn't do like pre-commissions anymore, so I'm hoping he's got stuff at his table.
He usually brings stuff. Stop by first day though, because at Emerald City Comic Con this year, he was empty by day 1.
Yeah, he's number 1 on my list. He's the first guy I'm going to go visit.
And he was really sweet. I talked to him for a little bit, and he was super really nice guy.
He's so nice.
Louise Simonson. I mean, yeah, she created Power Pack, right? I'm right in that, aren't I?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Well, at least a co-creator at the very least.
Co-creator,
co-creator,
and
so
then
yeah.
June Brigman. She's also going to be at Heroes. So
Maybe not my favorite run ever, but when I was looking through the covers are really good. They really stylize these kids well, so they really pop on the cover. So it was like, yeah, whoever designed the
And
children.
midway through the run, you had like one of the earliest times that Sabretooth is fighting Wolverine. So underrated.
Oh,
and it's such a great cover too. Sabretooth threatening children.
another guy I was honored to be able to talk to. He didn't have a line, and I monopolized him for like 20 minutes. I would have talked to him for the entire con if I could. Carl Potts, I love him so much. Great guy to talk to, because he happened to low-key write a lot of the stuff I loved in the 80s. Alien Legion, Shadow Masters. I've talked about that in other episodes. Larry Hama, I'm sure his line's going to go out the door. I would hope. He's one of the greatest writers ever, I think.
Larry, for those who are bringing stuff for Larry will sign for free if you personalize it, or it's like $10 a signature, if I remember right offhand.
I know everybody loves this silent issue that he did the breakdowns for, but I really love this one too. I'm 95% sure he did the breakdowns on this too. But
Is that 25?
Yeah, 26.
26. Yeah, so 26, 27, one of the greatest stories. I think it's a lot better story than 21. 21 is cute for the unique factor, but 26 and 27, I just remember that so well from having read it as a kid. Absolutely loved it.
And 27, if I'm remembering right, has Michael Golden art, so you could do the 26, 27 and bring it in. But I teased you guys on the chat which would be my Michael Golden. I said Micronauts plus Nom, and so this is Micronauts plus Nom. GI Joe the toy line plus the army. But I really loved it. Again, Michael Golden, you can pick so many iconic issues, but growing up, I loved this issue so much.
That cover just drew me in on that year one.
And Pat Broderick, I was a big fan of his Captain Atom thing. I don't think it gets heralded enough.
That was a fun run. Yeah, it doesn't get the love. I really liked it growing up. It was a clear, well-written story. I loved his art on it. I think he peaked on his art on it. And so that's my quick. I know I can't go to the con, but if I was going to go to the con, that's what I would have brought. Nice. Good choices.
Right. Yeah. Kevin, you ready?
Yeah.
And then if you're ready, he can be next.
So
okay.
Me?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Go.
I got one of these hard cases, so these are great to carry all the stuff in. I already showed you the Marvel fanfare, so I'm not going to mess with that. For Brett Breeding, I'm going to bring this issue of Action Comics. I already have George Perez's signature on it from way back when, so I'll get a double signature on this one. He was the inker on this issue. I haven't decided whether I'm going to bring these or not, because it's kind of against my nature to bring big keys, but I love the Thunderbolts, so I'm struggling with this. So Steve Epting is going to be there. I brought the first appearance of Winter Soldier, maybe to get signed from him. Similar with J.G. Jones, I got the first appearance of Yelena that I'm planning on bringing as well. For Kevin Nolan, I really had to struggle, but what I decided to go with is I don't even remember what the damn thing is called. I got to look it up because it's not on the back, but it's this variant cover of Buster Only Gets His Wish. It's a Hellboy 25th anniversary variant cover. Kevin Nolan did the art on this. A lot of people don't know that.
He did work on early Deathlock.
He did?
You did. I haven't signed. That's the only reason why.
I'm bringing Warlock #9. I can get Jim Starlin on this, and Steve Leialoha did work on this one as well, so I can get a double. For Kevin Maguire, I already mentioned he is #1 on my list to get some original art from, so I got my fingers crossed. I've never met him at a con. For me, if I've already seen you at a con and got something signed by you or got something sketched from you, usually goes lower down my priority list. But since I've never met him, and I'm going to bring the variant cover of JLA for that to get him.
When
to
he
sign it.
signed my copy, he looked at me and he's like, "Are you sure you want me to sign this? This is actually worth some money, and I don't want to
Nah.
smudge it."
Nah. Here's another double. It's Iron Man number 211. I can get Howard Mackey he wrote this, and then Alex Saviuk is the artist on this one, so I can get a double there.
Yep.
Then I'm debating. I don't know if I want to copy Vincent or not, but I did set this one aside because I can't get 4 on it, so I might bring it with me. We'll see.
The Ann Nocenti story in that is just really fun.
Yeah, and then if I have room, I'm going to bring my Black Widow trade because Phil Noto was going to be there. I love this series. I don't know if y'all have ever read it. It is fantastic, and so I'd love to get him to sign this trade if I have the room. And then to totally nerd out, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Chris Schweitzer or not. He's kind of an indie artist. He's done a lot of stuff, but he did the I am support him on Patreon, and he did the illustrated introduction in this trade paperback of Usagi Yojimbo. So I'm gonna get that signed by him. Are you looking, Ian? Come on, you're the Usagi guy. I'm gonna get this signed.
He's on the phone.
Oh,
Look at
sorry.
that.
I am on the phone. You caught me, but go
Sorry,
ahead.
it's
and show me.
this volume of
Oh,
Usagi
nice.
Yojimbo. Chris Schweitzer, he did the illustrated intro, so I'm gonna get him to sign this.
Okay, cool.
Didn't he do
That's
work
it. I'm only
on
gonna
those
bring 10
big
or 12 books.
Wow.
Kevin, did he do work on those big book series like the Big Book of Death, the Big Book of
No, I think you're
Conspiracy
thinking
Theories?
of Chris Eliopoulos. He did a lot of that stuff. He did. I got one more within reach. He did the Roanoke Colony. I don't know if anyone's
Okay.
there. He's done a lot of obscure kind of stuff. And I grew up
I
in.
just can't pin it to something.
So I grew up in North Carolina, and this is a big part of the lore in the part of the state. And I already got him to sign this one. I've seen him a couple times before, but getting him to sign a Usagi book would be cool. And then as far as commissions, I would love to get one from Kevin McGuire, and I put some money aside to get on Jose Luis Garcia Lopez's list too. So I'm hoping.
Wow. That'd be
I'm
awesome.
gonna take some umbrage with the statement that Michael just made here. Not even go on bringing more books than Kevin. Kevin knows because he's been to conventions that trying to bring too many books, you're going to be disappointed from not being able to get them signed.
And they're heavy.
Yeah,
They are.
That's
It's
good
very
workout
tough for a
around
while.
with you. So
and
I
you want
pick
to buy
and choose.
stuff there too.
Multiple signatures is the thing that I try to do, and it sounds like a lot of other people, that's their philosophy as well. It just saves weight. It might not be the key book that you want, but if you can get a book with 4 or 5 people to sign it, it's great, and it saves space. And if you're getting it just for you, what does it matter what book they sign?
Yeah. And alternatively, something that I had to learn the hard way years ago, better than trying to board a flight with all the books that you purchased, just mail it back. You'll have to pay a lot less in baggage fees or buy another bag.
No, the
Right.
baggage fee will be cheaper than mailing it.
Is it?
Doesn't
Just
matter.
Now?
take a mini bag and pay the $5 for the mini bag and load that sucker to the hilt.
So Jose Luis Garcia Lopez charges $150 for a head sketch, so that's what I'm going to try to get.
That'd be
Yes,
awesome.
baby. Yes.
I'd pay
You
it.
do that. By the way, not one. See, this is what bothers me. Okay, I'm a little concerned with the generation hold pattern that exists because no one talks about, thinks about my darling Joe Prado, who gave his life's work to you. Pre-52, new 52, so much Green Lantern he worked on. And no one's thinking, oh, I should really get a head sketch from him. I should get a torso from him, a full body. He has a marvelous, no pun intended, archive of work. And he's there. Anyhow.
Green
I just want
who?
to say that the baggage thing works. Just check how your airline does it. Okay. Number 3, have a comic folio and just have 3 books for everybody you give a flying F about. Okay. That should, what does that thing hold? 20 comics? 3 of your 3 each for your favorite people. That's like 6 favorite people you could probably get in there with no problem.
That's it.
Right? Have that ready to roll. Okay. If you are not allowed to have my new favorite device ever, the freaking the wagon, now that I love being a wagoneer, If you are not allowed to be a Wagoneer at your convention, take the big freaking supermarket tote bags that I love so much, okay? Because that is going to be your next best thing. If they will not let you wheel things around, then the tote bag is really, really good, unless you're going to invest in one of those big comic book survivalist backpacks, which you can. That's on you. God bless.
Well, if you're staying at the Westin across the street, you also don't need to haul everything around everywhere.
Yep.
No,
When
because
your
you
bag
can
gets
keep
full,
running
go
back.
back and unload it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's rock
Yes.
across the street.
However,
And
not
something else
everyone.
that Kevin, I don't know if you've seen Entropy Comics, Kev, he does something where, and I just grabbed a random ass book. He cuts out from the Mylar or the bag exactly where he wants the signature to go. Because if you get certain of these artists or writers that really just don't give a shit where the hell they put the signature, it'll train them to go right here. That's where I want you to sign it, not anywhere else in the cover where it's going to ruin it. Like
I
the
don't
Chris
care about
Claremont.
that. They can sign it where they want.
Yeah, I'm not. I used to do the flap. I hate the flap now.
All right, who's next?
It
Who's
takes away
stuff to
from
show off?
allowing the creator to have some sort of like interaction or idea with their book, like of what they think would make a cool signature. So it's
I
just me.
almost agree with that. It's just that certain people, Jim Starlin, I'm looking at you. I love you, Dan De La Torre. Jim Starlin, I'm looking at you. Certain people, Jim Starlin, will like have like a joke. Oh, here, like, you know, you'll have Thanos Quest, and he'll be like, oh, you want to know the only way Jim Starlin will look up at me? And then he'll sign right over Thanos's face. All right. Every time. I've even warned people that he'd do it, but some people just love that he did it to them. And of course, it's turned into a great story for even the people that it's upset. But my point being, if you think that this person, him, again, Jim Starlin, Howard Chaykin, Chris Claremont, although he's the least notorious, but he's not immune. A lot of these people, because they want to interact with the book and whatever, okay? If you know you're gonna go with some, especially if they're old school, because they're the most dangerous. Okay, they don't give a damn. You piss Frank Miller off, and your book is gonna have his thumb buried into the top of it. Be warned. Be warned. Okay. If you don't have some control over it, they will go wild. They will be off the train. They'll be so off the train tracks. So off the train tracks. You'll wish that you were over at Tyler Kirkham's booth. And that's really my 2 cents on the thing. Just go, have a good time. Try to have it. If you don't have a plan, then just do what I did and just look for all the cheap shit you can buy. I got Ben Reilly's first appearance as the clone for $75 and a whole bunch of other Spider-Man stuff. It was lovely. I spent like $250 in Spider-Man slabs. I feel like it was worth it. Just because, and the guy who was doing it, he's a cleaner and presser. So he had all these slabs very underpriced because he didn't give a damn because his main work was cleaning and pressing. I don't know how this works, but I do know this. When you're not a slab person, you're doing something else and you got a bunch of slabs, you're just trying to move the inventory. So that's great. Go find those deals. All right. The guy with the $2 books, he will not cut you a deal. He will not cut you a deal. All right. But he has some great $2 books. Okay. So just compliment his long ass, old ass hair and just buy your $2 books. Okay. You're going to find some good stuff, especially if you're looking for blank covers. That mofo has G.I. Joe blank covers out the wazoo. And he's got the nice ones with the Cobra foil and the Joe foil. So that's good. And I'm sure he'll be there because he looks like the kind of guy who's always there. He also's got a lot of classic cherry Pop-Tarts because I know you people like the cherry Pop-Tarts. And like I'm trying to think of like who else is down there. There's this young couple that runs a booth and they have like slab grab bags for $50. That's like kind of cute. And they try to like make sure that the book is at least fair market value, $50. If you feel like gambling. And you know, if you don't feel like gambling, if you have a stronger plan, you're like, I got $500 and I'm gonna go find this freaking key. Well, then find your key. Run with your heart. Go look for a 5.0 Submariner #1 and make it yours. All right, and that's my speech, I believe.
That was beautiful, Cliff.
I
Beautiful.
think Vincent had a few more, and then we can go to Ian.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not going to show them all, but So I'm paring down, but so far I have a stack.
That's too much, dude.
Why?
We'll see.
We'll see.
I've been working out for this, guys. I've been doing strength training for a couple months just to carry my bag around. A few books I just wanted to show that I'm looking forward to getting signed. I kind of highlighted a lot that were already have a couple signatures. This is like one of my personal favorite books for its impact on me as a kid. Classic Iron Man 128. Bob Layton signed this, which I'm glad he did because he now is retired somewhere.
Korea.
And so JR, I did sign up for the VIP experience. So that alone gives you 10 books signed with that experience package. So
10 books signed. Oh.
Ooh.
But yeah, so I got Bob signed it, and I'm looking forward to getting John.
What sketch are you getting from Ramita? I know you get a choice.
Iron Man.
Okay, I figured that's what you'd pick.
Yeah,
It's safer than Spider-Man. That's what I think.
Walt Simonson inked Art Adams on this.
Oh,
which I love that. So I have Chris Claremont signed this already. That ugly splotchy signature of his. Art Adams signed this for me like 12 years ago. So it's gonna be nice to like really round it out. Another one where so this is what I was talking about. Like I just want to thank inkers. And that so I already had Ron Lim sign this for me, and Jim Starlin already signed this for me. But I'm gonna Joe Rubenstein's gonna get his signature on there, and I'm just gonna round it out for me. I'm really excited. For keys, so John Beatty does charge more for this one. So I have, but Jim Shooter signed it, and so I kind of, and I don't know if I'll ever see Mike Zeck. Mike Zeck's another one who he retired to the Philippines. So you have to send books to have him sign if you want a signature from him. But I want to at least get Beatty on this one. And then for Jim Starlin, so the last time I saw him, and he signed my Iron Man 55, and I thanked him for everything, and he just said, "It's just a job, kid," which I thought was hilarious. And so it's just a job, kid. So I want you to sign my No Prize book.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, the guy should hang out with Harrison Ford.
Just a job, kid. For JLGL, I don't know. I'm gonna try to bring my style guide, but guys, if you haven't looked at one lately,
don't do it. Don't do
it's
it.
Big.
It's
Don't do
too
it.
heavy.
Rip
You're
out
going to
a
be
page.
carrying that around all day.
I
do it.
brought mine
Come
last year. It was fine.
Yeah, this would be something I'd have. He's the only one I'm getting a signature from, and then I would put it in my hotel room.
Can you just take the
That's
dust
exactly
jacket?
what I did. I brought
Yeah,
it,
take
got
the
in his
dust
line,
jacket.
got it signed, went immediately back to the hotel and dropped it off.
Yeah. And then the other thing I want him to sign is also another big book. So it's like, oh, they're all so big.
Would that fit in your case?
I'm gonna make it fit.
You're going to make it a case.
That's right. Like a real man. Got it.
And then I gotta have him sign this. This is one of my favorite Superman things of all time. I just they're so silly. It's so dorky. That's it. Yeah, this stuff I want. I mean, I have a whole bunch of stuff I'm trying to get signed, but one thing that I didn't realize till looking at credits again, researching what to bring, is I completely forgot that Klaus Janson was the inker for G.I. Joe number 21 for the cover.
Much less like the inker who has saved so many people's asses that we can even think about.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have him sign it, and I'm really excited for that.
Yay.
You know, stuff like that. I'm excited. Who's excited? Kevin, are you excited?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get out of Dodge for a few days.
Yeah, let's do this.
I go to one
I'm-
town con a year, so it's usually this one.
Oh no.
Puppies
I'm
everywhere.
excited for you guys, but I have to tell you, I misread the assignment because I'm not going to Heroes Con. I hadn't pulled Heroes Con books, and then Michael showed books that he would get signed if he was going to Heroes Con, and I was like, oh, well, now I feel stupid. But just in seeing how incredibly cool, like, the people that are going to be there are, I looked up here, right? Just looked up here, and just excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha.
Tommy!
That costs extra. You gotta be a community member. But
Where do I send it?
these 4 books, literally up on that shelf in a row. I didn't arrange them for Heroes Con, but hearing all the great people that are
Pulling out big boys.
absolutely
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert.
I would want to get that signed for sure by Louise, and was it Jude Brigham?
Yeah.
Jude Brigham. Yep. I think I already got this one signed by Larry Hama, but probably somebody else there that will sign it. Just random people.
He signed it in the same spot on mine too. So I think that
Klaus Janson.
Yeah. There you go, Klaus Jensen. And then of course, I've got the whole Simonson run on this. I don't have this on the wall, but 355 is my favorite issue from this run. 355 is when Thor is wandering through the Bifrost or somewhere, and he runs into like his great grandfather, who helps nurse him back to health after he's been destroyed by whatever events happened. And it's just a sweet little story, and it's one of my favorites. So this Heroes Con sounds pretty cool. If I can take 4 of my wall books that are in a row on my sort of like, well, this is not copper, but the rest of it is my copper key shelf or copper special book shelf, and just bring them down and be like, hey, all these guys are going to be there. It's got to be a cool con. That's all I'm trying to say. No, I have tons of other books to show, but not Heroes Con related. So I'll wait.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Anybody?
Did all Heroes Con
everybody
go?
went?
Did everybody go?
Rob.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going. I didn't pull any books. The only thing that I have for today to show is something that we might be talking about next week. So I'll just show that real quick. And then we can start showing regular books. So we talked about it 2 weeks ago when we were talking about unsung or underrated comic books. And you all in the chat kept telling us over and over and over again how good this series was. Well, I did it. I got it.
The Black Book.
So somebody packaged this really well, and I wound up getting an entire set minus the A cover of Murder Falcon, baby. This
And you can have it signed
is
at Heroes Con.
sad.
It is beautiful, is it not?
It
Did you not
is.
bring God? Did your heart not feel alive again when you read it?
Again.
So
It's his
when I
first
read this, I started reading it on Sunday night. I finished it up Monday afternoon before I had a deposition about 20 minutes later. And I'm over here just like I look like I just lost my puppy. But it is a beautiful, well-written, it's exquisite. I'm thankful for the people that in the chat let me know about it. I mean, I knew about it. I just missed the boat on it for whatever reason.
For
And
whatever
now
reason.
for whatever reason, I just missed it. Just like do a power bomb. So now I'm looking for that next. And
Oh
next
my
week
God!
when we
Get ready
start
to cry
doing,
hard again. It's gonna be beautiful.
is it going to be cancer again? Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna confirm nor deny, but it's gonna be painful.
And I also need to get Extremity, his very first series. But I guess next week, while everybody else is going to be at the con, I'll talk about this series. I'm going to do a quick overview of it. So anybody else out there that have read it, that'll be with us next week, we'll be talking about Murder Falcon. So who else has some books that they want to show?
I got a huge stack, so I can go whenever. First, last.
Yay.
I would say
Oh.
Go
Kevin,
right ahead.
Let Kevin have this one.
Kevin and Tacoma sounds like they both have a bunch of books they got this week.
I got
All
a bunch of books too.
Well,
Ooh.
first,
What do you guys?
before I show you what I got, I wanted to thank everybody for all the sympathy and the well wishes and the notes that I got regarding the passing of my father last week. So it was very touching to get all that stuff from you. We're doing fine. My mother's doing well. So thanks for all that stuff. So with that being said, I'm going to go through these quick because I think this might be the biggest stack I've ever brought before. So this is 2 weeks worth. I got some comic readers. This is number 105. This is an older one. It's got a great Alex Toth cover.
Ooh.
Yeah. Here's 169, Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
and a very early ROM on the back.
That's cool.
Yeah, buddy. Here's 188, Fred Hembeck Valentine's Day cover.
Oh, nice.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
And then some kind of homage on the back. I couldn't read the artist signature on that one, so I don't really know who it is. Hang on one second here.
Quantity over quality.
While
Yeah,
we're
I guess-
hanging on, what's with Rat Chew?
It's one of my favorite comic book defects.
Oh,
You should change your thing more. Yours is the same every time. You got any Ratu books?
do I?
Insect damage? Yeah.
It's my oldest Marvel book. Oops, let me not kick myself out.
Listen, that is just not something that I'm
Wow.
gonna
Oh,
be.
that's
Seeking
Ratu
out.
for sure, or Mouse,
Oh,
one or the
geez.
other. Yeah, quality. Boop. I have to change it every week, and I change it to the first thing that pops into my head. I don't know why it was Ratu. All right, I got Brave and the Bold, number 79, Batman and Deadman, Neil Adams. This is about a very fine plus, pretty nice. Filled a gap in my Brave and the Bold. I got this issue of Flash. It's 183. This is gorgeous. It's near mint all day for sure. I found a seller on eBay just last week, 2 weeks ago, and it had some good things, and the prices were not bad. So I ordered a couple, like most people should, just to make sure it is what it says it is. And I was very happy with it. And then I ordered 11 more books from him at the same time, and they all came in, and they were freaking gorgeous, just gorgeous. This is one of them. Here we go. I Spy, number 3.
Oh,
Say what
wow.
you will.
Last
Say what
week,
you will
no?
about Bill Cosby. He was in it, but it is what it is. I'm working on these gold keys and Dell photo covers now. I got number 4 as well. Yeah. And number 5. Dun,
We'll just pretend that's not Bill Cosby.
well, it could be anybody.
It was a
Eduardo,
completely different Bill
welcome.
Cosby back then. If that
Yes,
means
it's,
anything.
I'm surprised that Tacoma hasn't mentioned anything because I'm wearing a Fulham jersey today. I know he's a big Chelsea guy.
Has World Cup already started?
No.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it already won.
Yay!
I kind of hope they do.
I'm not mentioning anything
Eduardo.
out of kindness, but I think Fulham ended up ahead of Chelsea this year, right?
I can't remember, but 2 years ago, family took a trip to London, and we were going to be there the last game of the season, and there were 2 home games in London. One was in the Premiership anyway. One was Tottenham, and one was Fulham. And for me, that's an easy choice because that stadium, Fulham Stadium, it's that old classic stadium. It was perfect. It was perfect. Got some Man from Uncles, and these are beautiful as well. This is number 9.
Cool.
Near mint for sure. You can tell. I mean, look how pretty that is.
It's
There's
pretty.
nothing wrong with that.
The reddest shirt.
Ilya's pretty.
Here's number 10. This is about a VF plus. Here's
10
number
plus.
11, near mint minus. Da-da, 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 wrong song, I know.
Yeah,
12,
whoa,
solid
what's
near
going on
mint.
there?
Beautiful. Stack's so big it's fallen. 14, near mint minus. I really like this cover. In the car with the S blank blank doors pointing that thing at you.
I hope Bill watches this later because you know he's gonna love to see all these.
I told him, very fine near mint. This is number 18. I told him I had a bunch of gold keys and Dells that he would dig.
Woo.
Here's number 20, near mint minus.
Wow.
The covers are always better than the interior art.
Yeah, they are. I agree. And then this is number 21, which is a reprint of number 10.
Oh,
But
interesting.
it's only 22 issues, so I've got 14 of them now. I'm working hard on them.
They saw the X-Men do that, and they're like, "Hey, we could reprint, keep going."
From the same vendor dealer, I got Metal Men number 13.
Hey,
Noise.
middleman.
It's another real high grade one. It's a near mint minus. That's pretty rare for Metal Men.
They're one of the top 10 hardest Silver Age DC to collect. Did you know that?
Did you watch that video? I heard it
I
was pretty
think I
good.
saw that in some guy's video that likes soccer.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Got my first couple issues of Mission Impossible as well. It's from Dell. This is number
Wait.
2.
Who is that guy? I don't recognize him from the program.
I don't know.
Tommy Lee.
I don't know.
Number 2, about a
It's
near
like a
mint
young
minus.
Lincoln, Abraham.
That's a
Hey,
Tom
Steve
Cruise.
Wait.
Here you go. Here's number 3.
Recognize that guy.
This is high grade. This is a near mint all day. It's beautiful. Almost
No
done, I
rat tune
promise.
here.
I got my first issue of the Mod Squad as well.
Oh,
You looking for
wow.
that one?
Oh,
This is number 7, which is a reprint of number 2, I think. It was only 8 issues, and 7 and 8 were reprints. No, this must be a reprint of number 1, and 8's number 2.
it was such a bad show, but
Oh, it was
everyone
terrible,
watched
wasn't it? And the covers on the series are awful. Also, I mean, they're just staring at you with these kind of blank, dead doll shark eye stares. Yeah.
We just call that a Gen Alpha stare today.
Looking in the middle distance. And I got a pretty issue of Lois Lane too. It's number
Ooh.
66. Michael, do you remember where Lois Lane ranks on my list as far as hardest to get?
That was like 2 or 3, wasn't it?
Number 1.
I thought it was
Number
number
one,
one.
okay.
Number
Yeah.
1. It's the hardest.
I have a
one.
big box of Lois Lane right back here.
And I wish Miracle were here because I was going to challenge him to this. I got one other weird thing, and there's sort of a story to this one. So when I did my live stream a couple of weeks ago, somebody wanted to see my my Myth Adventure slipcases that I got, the Robert Aspirin stories, right? And I happily showed it to him. So this is kind of like Rob's story with Murder Falcon. Somebody mentioned, do you have the Thieves Guild slipcase that he did? And I said, no, it's been on my list. I've been wanting to get it. And that just kind of triggered me into searching for it. And lo and behold, I found one. So that's what
Oh,
this
nice.
is.
Wow.
And it's kind of in there sticky.
That's what
I
she
mean, there's
said.
nothing
Must
on the
be one of
cover.
Miracle Man's
You
books.
can't tell what it is. Steve's World graphics. Now, I was going to ask Miracle Man this. Do you know who the artist is in this?
I've never even heard of that book, so
Yeah, I'm like,
This is the signed and numbered version. It's signed by Robert Aspirin. It's signed by Lynn Abbey. And it's signed by a very young Tim Sale, who was the artist on this. Yeah.
Whoa.
This is number 119 out of 500. Let me just sort of randomly.
Yeah, show
I
us
mean,
a page.
You can tell. Is that not Tim Sale?
Oh my god.
wow.
So
Very
cool.
And this is from 1986. So it's he must have been pretty young then. This slipcase had a little dirt on it, it's a little scuffed, but I just took a little very damp cloth with some warm water and it came right off, cleaned up pretty good. So yeah, really happy to get this, and now I can happily say it's in my collection. That was a big list for me. But that's it. I appreciate your patronage.
All right, so who's ready to go next?
Ian.
Ian!
Okay.
All right. So first of all, I'll be leaving for England in 2 weeks. I will try to catch the show at 2 a.m. Saturday morning our time, but I don't think I'll be able to come on.
Are you
for the
taking a
show.
tour of Stamford Bridge? I hope so.
I am taking a tour of Stamford Bridge with my sister, whose name happens to be Chelsea.
Nice. Yeah, my
Um,
son and I did that, and we saw all the trophies and got on the pitch. It was great. It's worth
Chelsea
it.
has a lot of them.
God damn it.
Um,
Sorry, Cat's freaking out over here with the zooms.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
I
upset
thought you
about
just hated Chelsea.
A lot of people do. So
No.
but
I like Chelsea
it's
better than
great.
Arsenal.
Even that's an easy one. But even though I'm not going to be in the States where 1/3 of the World Cup is being held, I will be in England to watch England win the World Cup this year. So that will be really cool.
Dude.
It's coming
Perhaps.
home.
Perhaps.
It's football's coming home. It's
There you
coming home now.
There you go. So this is not a recent pickup, but have you read this, Kevin?
Oh, yeah.
No.
That's a sad one, too.
Okay, so give yourself some time, but this was meaningful to me because it came out just a few years into my dad's diagnosis of Alzheimer's, but it is about a guy whose father has Alzheimer's and also a powerful sword that destroys everything, and that's how the son connects to the dying father, et cetera, et cetera. So
I need to write that down. Let me get a pen. God Country, that's what it's called?
God Country by Donny Cates, who used to be the golden darling of the indie world and in Immortal Hulk and stuff until until he had a motorcycle accident and doesn't really write a lot anymore. But
if you get a chance, read Buzzkill. That is still my all-time favorite, even though it's supposed to go longer. It's about a guy that's trying to sober up, but he gets his superpowers by being wasted.
Yeah. So God Country by Donny Cates and Jeff Shaw. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
I went to one of my guys, and they had he's like, "Oh, I got 4 new boxes in." By the way, just be friends with the people that own the shops and like get to the point where like when you walk in, they bring you behind the counter to see the new stuff that they got in.
Shit.
So he had this book, and he's like, 2 books, $3 a book, but buy one get one free. So this is just a Shannon Meir cover. I thought was kind of cool. I like the purples. I don't know what Siren's Gate is about. I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9 of this, but I couldn't remember, so I got some more. There's 3, and there's the variant to 4. Of course, you didn't have a 5, but whatever. I'll get one eventually. Found this Marauders #1.
Isn't 5 the one $200 first Jeff?
Yeah. I just like the way Kitty and Lockheed are looking at Venom, like, so what? So I thought that was kind of cool. Found this variant that I by Oliver Copiel that I was not familiar with from Black Panther.
Olivier.
I want to say something
Sir-
sassy, but you're right.
Like Sir Lawrence Olivier.
I'm on the West Coast, but you say Oliver.
Damn. Get it right. He's a big, beautiful man.
You know what? You're probably right. I have nothing to say. I want to argue for argument's sake. I've always loved this zombie cover. Now I have it twice, so pretty cool. I dug this one because it's part 1 and part 2 from 2012, but they are newsstands. Boom. And this is written by David Liss, who's one of my favorite modern authors of prose, but also dips his toes into comics once in a while. So I thought that was kind of cool. There's part 2. Here's another awesome Black Panther cover variant. I kind of dug that one very well. Yeah, all you guys recommending Murder Falcon. Anybody go out and read Eleanor the Egret, my favorite pick? No, whatever.
I have it. I just have to find it.
Okay.
Who wrote it?
Sam Keith.
Rob Guillory. No, John Lehman. Sorry.
Oh, Layman with Keith work or Keith art, right?
Sam Keith. Yes.
That's why I have it. I just don't know where it is.
They had a first Galactus Lifebringer. I'm like, all right, I'll pick up that thing. It's no longer a key, but once was a key. And then he had this. So I just got all those books because they were buy one, get one free. I thought that sounds cool to me. And then I got a bunch of stuff for New Comic Book, but this was the one that I really liked. Cliff will tell you about this one here. This is Radiant Black 42.
Spoiler cover.
I am 41 issues behind in reading this. I have read issue 1. Don't at me. Got an old Karate Kid, which has one of the old Mark Schuler's. These are all from West Coast Dave, who's a great seller and a Tacoma native. So I run into him at cons and at burger joints and other stuff. Trying to rebuild my Star Wars collection. I sold the last one. I'm like, why not get it again? Because that's something to do. I don't care if these are Whitmans. The prices on them were just ridiculously too good. So I got a bunch of Star Wars 3, 4, 5, and 6. My copy of 4 is about a 2.0, but it's signed by David Prowse. So, it's a Proud 2.0. He had some Turtles subscription covers. So I grabbed a few of these. Dave does sales faster than any auction that I'm on. He's just a one-man selling machine. Great prices, great books. And he does them like every other Wednesday on his channel. If you're not subbed up to West Coast Avenger. I think you should be. Trying to get back this. I had a lot of them when I was a kid, but I destroyed them. Love and Rockets by the Hernandez brothers. So I'm trying to rebuild that. This is from Captain Salty, Salty's Comics, and I forget what it is. So we'll be surprised together when I open it. Oh, I know, this is the 1 in 100 to Vader Down by E.M. Gist, who's like one of my favorite artists after Stephanie Hans. I just thought that was really, really cool. Dude, I'm excited I bought this. I love when you buy something, you forget that you bought something, and
Like
then
Christmas.
it is like Christmas. Except, you know, I'm an adult now, so I know what I'm getting for Christmas anyway. But yeah, just I love his artwork. Very, very cool. And it came in a top loader. That's awesome. And then the last two things that I bought this last week or so, this is the very last issue of Scud, the Disposable Assassin. It went 20 issues with an independent company, and then issues 21 through 24 were with Image, which is also an independent company, just a little larger. And then I went to my shop that does the mystery packs, and I saw a Darth Vader pack for $16, and I saw it had that many in. And
Was it a Darth Vader pack, or is it like last time where it's the first issue there and then it's just
I don't know. I've only cut it open. I didn't open it up. So
We're about to find out.
We're gonna find out together.
He had a bunch. This is the this one here is the 20. This is a mixture of the two runs. Okay, so this is Kieran Gillen, issue 22. Nothing big there. Some great early Afra art in issue 21, and then now we're skipping to the 2017 series. This is Charles Soule. Most of the keys from this 2017 series, written by Charles Soule, were already in the separate rack and priced at like their prices from 4 years ago, which they're not worth now, but I didn't bother telling him that. 21, 18. I have all these. So far, I'm not shocked and like, wow, look what I discovered. But I do love the artwork on that one. 17. It's still Charles Soule. Issue 16. Some Inquisitors on the front. Issue 15. Issue 13. I guess they skipped 14. This is most of Charles Soule run and a little bit of the 2015 Kieran Gillen run. Issue 11 and issue 10 and issue 9. And then on the front was Annual 2. So clearly nothing spectacular, nothing that I didn't have. Perhaps a waste of $16. You never know. Maybe there'll be a flood and all my other Star Wars comics will get wet and flooded.
It was $16 well spent on your personal joy.
That still comes out to like $1 and change an issue.
Yes, and I will probably try to sell them Sunday night for $2 an issue.
Selling joy.
There you go.
That's a good way to frame it.
That's what I. Oh, and I got some packing boxes for comics too. But there you go. That's what I got.
All right, I got to pack my stuff too. I'm going to be spending a good portion of that tomorrow. Hopefully, just catching up on anime like One Piece. I'm halfway through. I didn't watch any for 2 weeks. It's been busy.
Oh God, you're halfway through One Piece. My God,
500 more to go.
I mean, I am currently. I'm currently on the Sabbaty Archipelago arc. It's right after the. Which one was it? The Thriller Bark that introduced Brooke. So I'm getting through it. It's just I'm using a website called onepace.com, and that has everything edited so that it's like the manga. But it's just finding time.
There you go.
Weird.
Cliff, do you have any comics? Cliff?
Of course, I have comics.
He always has
a
comics.
lot.
That answer is yes.
This is weird. All right, so this is oh my God, how do I even start? Okay, so this is stuff I got at the LCS today because I'm really behind. So this is the Ordained special number 0. For those of you who remember that Ordained about the priest and the mafia, but the mafia doesn't know who they're messing with this priest.
Is it on the 6th print of the first issue and they're not even like 3 issues in?
Something like that, but I'm pretty sure we made it past issue 1 and we got an issue 0. So I feel like we're doing something.
Getting there.
Unlike every other bad idea book that I've ever been involved in, something's happening. I grabbed this Jubilee blank because why not for $2?
Mm-hmm.
My Avengers blank, JLA Avengers blank. I keep forgetting who did this.
Show it.
Anyhow, the JLA Avengers,
Ryan Stegman.
Ryan Stegman. It doesn't look enough like him. It's weird, but okay, Ryan Stegman. And then I got my Endgame number 4. My LCS gave this to me because it came in damaged. And as you can tell, it's not visible. But once it's in your hands, you can feel the binging and the banging that are on the cover. But I am gonna have I'm gonna have Terry Dodson. I'm gonna have him sign and remark over it.
And then you can just blame him for all the creases.
No, then I'm gonna go send it to CGC and then see if that trick works.
Does it?
It has.
Huh. I'm learning things tonight.
I know that book.
This is a spoiler cover, which is very important
Radiant
if you've
Black?
been reading the series. All right, this is a game-changing, last page, leaving you shitting your pants issue. Okay, and
First
this
appearance of the
person,
Pink Ranger.
and this person on the, how dare you, Vincent? How dare you? Okay,
So right.
this is not Power Rangers. This is freaking Radiant Black.
I know. I own the trades on the first 2 trades anyway.
And
He's
did you
just
read
trying
them?
to be Jim Starlin.
Did you read them?
Yes,
Did
I
you?
did. They're good.
Good for you.
Did
I
I
you
read
enjoyed it.
issue 1.
did you read them?
All right, so I picked
It's a
up.
fun book.
So I picked up this Moon Knight.
Ooh.
And again, I don't know why I'm a sucker for this, And what am I a sucker for? I see the Thing is on the cover, and also it's like a pinkish cover, so I ended up with it. And
Is it a
then
Bill F cover?
no, it's a Cohen cover.
Oh.
And then of course, I picked up this Ravage.
2099, baby. A book
That's
Stan Lee
Ravage.
actually wrote.
And it's his last creation for Marvel.
And
Mm,
it shows.
yeah.
I grabbed two more of Elemental. Because her first appearance is meaningful, to me at least. The Blank Action Comics, that would have featured the burger eating. And my LCS
Is it a
does love it
variant
because,
cover for that?
yeah, there's a blank variant for it, yes.
Why?
Because you can.
So you can draw your own burgers.
I guess so.
This is a non-banged up first printing
Hello.
that my LCS put aside for me. Isn't that lovely?
I got a copy of that one too, and it's like you can see the little creases on it, but I mean, it's like bare.
I do not have creases. I may have to send this bitch in.
And then
People
they
are
gave
spending
me
a lot more money for the undamaged versions.
yeah. Then it's the orange on the logo for the one this week, right? So
Yeah.
I got that one.
And it looks good in orange.
Yeah.
So
That is a
I
great Japanese
I
color.
originally passed this book up. Then I found out that the cover is an homage to that very famous Muhammad Ali picture. And then
Mhm.
I found out Gail Simone wrote it. And then I was like, damn, you people want my money. And of course, I had forgotten to pick this up. I mean, come on. It's Matriarch. It's Nakayama. Love it.
Black cover.
And then because my obsession can never end, I got all of the Superman covers for Superboy Prime for this last issue.
Is there something appealing about him that you like?
No, can you tell? Anyhow, no, he's just such a rotten ass. He's such a rotten ass, and now I'm rooting for him. 17 years ago, I would have been like, F Superboy Prime. And now I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love him. He's so
Now you're like, F Superman Boy Prime.
You can fix him.
Exactly. You'll
I
probably
love
smack
that
me.
cover. I have no
I do
idea
too.
what's going on. That's awesome.
I'm probably gonna take well, it is keep in mind it's 2 characters.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought somebody was just holding their helmet.
Oh, is that what she's doing? No, because if you look at the bottom,
She's got her
See?
hands up.
right. So I think this is Red Canary behind Cheshire. I think that's what I'm looking at.
Isn't that a new character? It's like Cheshire's kid or something?
Maybe it's that. I don't know. I've lost track. I'll do my research before I have John Jang sign this. And then, of course, my favorite of them.
Nice.
Aw.
Norman
And
Rockwell.
that's
That's what Norman Rockwell did that one. Yeah.
Very Norman Rockwell. So that's what I picked up today. When I was in the shop the other day, I got Royals #3. Now, these rat bastards at Royals/Image, okay? Issue 1 and 2, this motif was a B cover. I want to continue getting my issues in this yellow-red motif, black and white thing. And this is a 1 in 10. All of a sudden, on issue 3, they flipped the script to 1 in 10. What, are you afraid people aren't buying your book? What are you doing out there? All right.
It's like a drug deal. They figure they have you. Now they're trying to squeeze you.
Dirty bastards. Dream Girls #1, part of the Pride event this month. It's so like I love that we're actually getting like a series at Pride, right? A mini series. And Estrano here, from the former New Guardians back in the 80s, looks remarkably like Phil Jimenez, and Phil Jimenez drew this cover. So I love you, Phil. I love it. You look great as Estrano over here. And of course, because like now I feel I have to now I feel like I have to support this book more than ever now. Absolute Green Lantern.
Dude, on FOC, they're bringing in finally Sinestro.
Yes, they are. And a couple others, by the way. And a couple others.
I'm all aboard.
Now, there are 2 Superman Elseworlds going on right now. Superman Father Tomorrow, but Supergirl Survive, which is great because I don't think anyone's given thought to a teenage girl protecting and trying to raise her baby nephew or baby cousin, right? After landing on what we presume is Earth. But anyhow, I love this take on this, right? Like, just like I thought was interesting with Jor-El landing and the Kents still having an influence on Jor-El, I'm really fascinated by the perception of Kara's like, all right, we're here, we're aliens, I have to protect you. And then I'm not trying to collect this series. But you see, Luciano Vecchio keeps drawing covers and interiors for the series. So I've been collecting the series, but unintentionally. But I've got every issue because of Luciano Vecchio, because I love him. And I guess I like the series.
Why not get every issue because of Gail Simone?
Right, but like the thing is, I love Gail, but like I just am not 1,000% on board with this. But like I love his man's art, and I'm so like anyhow, it's fine. Like it's
the best X-Men book in like 30 years.
I don't know. I think Jeb is doing a slightly better job.
And there was that Tom Taylor X-Men book from like a decade ago. X-Men Red.
Listen, I thought the opening gambit of Powers of X, House of X was pretty damn good. And I thought 90% of the closing up was good. And then 10%, clearly there was a wall that was hit. And then it was just spaghetti being thrown at the wall and waiting to see which noodles stick.
None
Accurate.
stuck.
McHale's storyline I enjoyed, and I enjoyed that we got Stars and Garter's Beast back. I really like that. But that's the exact same book, X-Force. X-Force was the only one that didn't have me puking at the end. Anyhow, I love Jimmy Chung's work, whatever you want to say. And this Power Rangers cover is no exception. It's beautiful. He's literally the reason I bought this.
It looks radiant black.
You filthy whore. So then, speaking of people who like,
Clip
so
that.
Philip Kennedy Johnson keeps me coming back to this book. I don't think anyone cares about anything else going on in this book except that Philip Kennedy Johnson is writing the hell out of it. And anyhow, they're doing stuff with the whole Superman family. There's time travel. It's its own little weirdness, and it's like a refreshing because it's its own little weirdness. All right. Then we got Dead Man. All right. Now, I hear that some of you don't like a wordy comic. And that's like hearing you don't like More Bang for Your Buck.
That's Max Price, right?
The Ice Cream Man people, yes.
Oh, I just saw the trailer for the movie.
That is not based on the comic book. It is not.
I know.
based on
I've
the
read
comic book.
0 issues of Ice Cream Man. I still want to see it.
No, that's great. But the movie has nothing to do with the comic book. Just the fact that it's an Ice Cream Man and it's horror, and that's it. Otherwise, it's its own unique thing. I was so excited thinking it was comic book based. Then I saw the trailer and I was like, well, this is a really interesting take.
I
I'm like, let me Google about this. And then I Googled, and there was like, no, baby, no honey, sweetie, sugar pie, nothing to do with the comic. The comic people are working on a different project. Just hold your horses.
It looks like Weapons, but with crazier kids.
Oh, crazier kids and like just more horror.
Yes.
And just more grotesquity.
Tear a woman in half. I am all in. It's like Dawn of the Dead,
that was
1985.
that was like the least of some of the. There was one person they tore in half. Oh. Anyhow, this is a great book. Go check this out. Okay, I don't care that it's wordy. Wordy just means you're getting more for your money. Okay, and this day and age of comics, I feel like more for your money is the way to go.
Especially when everyone's dealing with TikTok videos that are a minute and they don't have an attention span anymore.
You know, we keep saying this, and yet you yourself have been interacting with TikTokers who are clearly proving us wrong about this.
That is accurate. I only put out 1 video a week, but there are very informational, very detailed, very knowledgeable people out there.
They really are. And I am just so surprised by these young people, and I'm jealous of one thing particularly, and that is they have so much raw enthusiasm and energy that I think I just don't have anymore, and I really, really miss that, and I love it, and I just love the way that they're so here for it. And I love how much they love Jeff Loeb, because apparently a lot of them, their first taste of superhero history were the Jeff Loeb color books. So like Spider-Man Blue and Hulk Gray.
Those are really popular with the young kids. You're right.
They really are. But you know what? I actually enjoyed them, and they serve a really good purpose. And now I'm witnessing the payoff of those books.
They're good.
The official handbook of the Ghost Machine universe. Love this. 5 minutes to read something that costs this much.
I'd like to spend at least 10 minutes reading something.
No, I'm with you. So Dead Man is for you folks. And then, of course, The Wrath of the Spectre continues over in JSA.
That's another book that I never thought that I'd still be getting every single issue of, but here I am. It's a great book. It's unsung, and I can't get enough of it.
Yes. Thank you, Jeff Lemire.
Turns out he's a good writer.
And of course, my original copy of this bad boy,
Power Rangers,
and the A cover. I swear to God.
I mean, I like the Kimberly cover more than that cover.
Well, this is the A cover.
Yeah, the other one's the Kimberly cover.
The big Power Ranger.
You were literally too stupid to insult.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I have been collecting Rook Exodus.
Uh-oh.
I have been collecting Rook Exodus, but I gotta be careful, right? So I can only spend so much money. So I just got the Battle Beast cover because I love me some Battle Beast. And then of course Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant.
I think Lee
I
has
love
something to say about that.
Is her daughter fully in it now?
For the moment.
I'd like to be fully into her daughter. I don't know what that means.
Nope. Stop talking. Go to jail.
Princess.
I'm sure her daughter's only like 4 years.
I know. I shouldn't have said. I didn't know.
You fucking tracer! Your mother's a tracer!
Disgusting. Comics the Magazine. I really enjoy it. Stop expecting Wizard Magazine.
It's not Wizard, guys. It's
It's
not
$2.99.
Everybody's
Right.
saying it's Wizard.
Just
It's
enjoy it.
not
They have
Wizard.
unique articles and they have unique takes on things. And maybe we could actually breathe a breath of fresh air with that. And then I ordered this
Holding it.
about 2 weeks ago directly from Kyle Higgins. So this was sent to me
Is that a
directly
YouTuber?
from Black Market Initiative in Los Angeles, California.
City of Angels.
Live unboxing.
So it was my first time ever watching one of the Massiverse live shows. And Kyle was doing live remarks on the Radiant Black, black and white number ones. And so here we are.
Go Power Ranger.
God damn it.
That's very cool.
Now, Kyle Higgins isn't going to be at the show, is he?
No, but that's okay. I now
You have him signed
two,
already.
two signed remarked Kyle Higgins Radiant Blacks. Anyhow, it was like $60, but I don't care. I actually really enjoy it. And if you're going to call one of them the Kimberly cover, you can call this one the Kimberly cover.
Oh, good. If you're happy, I'm happy. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
I really do like them. I really like them. I think I'm going to get some. What are those things called? The comic sleeve or
Top
should get
loaders.
the
Top loader?
no? The comic capsule. I think I'm going to get comic capsules for these. You know, so that the way the colors show off more. And I am under the impression that this does glow in the dark, so that's going to be neat.
Can we
How
find
much
out?
of their stuff glows in the dark? That's
Hey,
like
shut off
their
all your
third
lights.
thing.
Let's see. Let's see.
No, you've made too many Power Rangers jokes, so now you're not going to get.
Hey Siri, turn off Cliff's lights.
I am
No.
over 40 years old. That trick won't work in my house.
Hey
Which is
Siri.
funny because it'll work on Jigs.
Hey Siri, order KY jelly.
You know, actually, no.
Siri knows to ask for a special follow-up password for that. So that was this. And then over on the Council of Comics, the 29th, I think is the last Monday of the month. Yes. So that will be when we do our monthly giveaway. Apparently, we're going to have 3 giveaways, I guess. Normally, we do a subscriber and a membership, but I guess we're going to have some other freaking thing that I know nothing about. So, whatever. But I do know that I am contributing to a follow-up on your show. I will on Sunday morning. But I am contributing. I think this is going to go to the members pack is Amazing Spider-Man 200. And Amazing Spider-Man 200, it's a newsie, but not only is it a newsstand, not only is it issue 200, is the retelling of Spider-Man's origin, and also the first time that we see the original Mysterio since issue 67.
Whoa.
It's
And
like
I find that-
133 issues without Mysterio.
The original.
This is issue 200.
It's 11 years.
That's 11 years. Actually, I think the what I read was like 10 years of him not coming back. So this is part of the. I'm gonna say it's part of the members giveaway. I got surprises that'll go into the members and into the subscriber giveaway for the council. So that's neat. I think that's it. That's everything that I was going to show. I did it.
Yay! You know, somebody actually asked in the chat a couple episodes ago that why is it that ASM 200 is so cheap? And if they're looking at it by comparison of an ASM 300, well, there's no first appearance of Venom in issue 200. It's a retelling. It's not a first appearance exactly, but it's still a great issue to have because it has that origin in it.
Also,
And
the cover.
the return of Mysterio.
Return Mysterio.
Which I didn't realize is actually noteworthy.
I think it stays down in price too because the cover is it's a solid cover. It's not like it's a bad cover, but
It's
a
a
workman
Romita
cover.
Senior cover, baby. Romita Senior.
I love it.
Look at
I think
that.
it's a great cover. Yeah.
it's fun.
Very.
It's fun. Spidey is like bursting to the page. His origin is unfolding underneath him. I love it. It's dramatic.
Michael, you got some Richie Riches?
Yeah, who is ready to go next? Because I do have a question, and that question is this. It's 11 p.m. Do you know where your children are? And if you're making them, why are you watching us?
You can do both. I can
Yeah,
multiple.
don't yuck their yum.
If you're young, you can pull it off.
Don't yuck that yum.
Ever.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. What do we got here?
I was actually, this is a new thing and also could get signed by who? Who could be signing this at your convention, Heroes Con?
Bill.
Dan.
Bill.
Dan, that's right.
Oh, not
But
Bill.
I saw this. I just loved it. It's so cute. I love Jaws. I love Archie. Everything. That was perfect. Perfect cover. No notes. Actually, I forgot to show you guys these. The pennies are coming. The pennies are coming. So
Yeah.
I would definitely pick these covers.
Yes. Yes.
They are so fun to meet if you haven't met them before. They're just so nice.
I almost gave up hope, but Kevin dragged me from the pits of Tartarus and he said, "No, Michael, don't give up collecting these." So I got my latest issue of Weddings,
Nice.
Adam Strange. And it's
That's a
it's
good one.
pretty
That's one I don't
graphic
see very
honeymoon
much.
in this issue, actually.
Yeah.
It's pretty graphic.
Theme collecting is fun, isn't it? It is.
It is. This was I got this. This is one of my first comic. It's not my first comic, but it's the first comic book I got for my birthday. It was my 6th birthday. My aunt got it for me. It was Sega Beach. I was so thrilled to get it, but this is a facsimile of it. So yeah, it's got some. It's so funny reading it now as an adult because as a child I didn't understand words as much. 6-year-old child, and so it's funny to read it now, going, "Oh, okay." Like. Now I understand the story a bit more. I got this. This could also have been signed by JLGL. I got this. It's one of his graphic novels. I will enjoy that. And this I got. I don't usually get stuff like this, but it was so cheap. I was like, I love the cover. It's only $25 Canadian. I was like, you know
Wow.
what? I'm just gonna get that. It's the first appearance of Absolute Joker. I know it went up, down. It's not going to stay up because there's so many copies of it. But
No matter what, that's a good
Still
deal.
about
though.
$15, and people are still paying it.
yeah. So for it being slabbed, I thought that was cool. Anyways, those were my quick pickups this week.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Who wants
Well
to go?
done.
I think I'm last, and it's your top 5, right?
Oh, I guess so.
He's just trying to end the show right there.
Hey, good night, everybody. Bye. No. Go ahead.
For pickups, I didn't get a ton this week. I actually wasn't even gonna go, and then a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, I want to go to the comic shop and get some coffee." So I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's
Get
go."
some coffees.
Well, we go. It's my buddy Chris. He's on Blue Sky. We go to Everett Comics in our area, and they're across the street from Funko HQ. It's like the Funko Pop headquarters, and there's a little coffee place there. So we'll get coffee, then go browse back issues. So I was peer pressured this week by just seeing great posts of comics, talking about comics. So Defenders number 86. I just Rich on Blue Sky posted this with the interiors. I just love this cover. Like Hulk going crazy against civilians. It's not something you see on a cover very often. And I saw this, I'm like, I need this. It's just like $5. I'm like,
Well, wouldn't that be right around the same time of like X-Men number 66, the last issue before reprints where Hulk goes, "I'm just gonna fuck up all of New York. Let's turn the mutants into pariahs."
So Kevin was my influence for this one. I did get Marvel Fanfare number 45. Although really annoyed. So I was like, oh, it's only $3. But then this shop does this to me every once in a while. So it's got a detached page. Like, what the heck, man? You know what to that? Really annoyed with that.
Yeah, because $3 is pretty cheap for that book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably
and they had the other
it's
Marvel Fanfares for
$15.
like $8. So I'm like, oh, that's weird. They have it for so cheap, but they didn't declare anything on that. I'm like, this is
That
really
would have been
interesting.
nice. It's like
Yeah.
me and my Jim Lee cover of Conan, where I open it up, I take it out of the bag, and the whole guts just fall out because it's detached from the cover.
And then the other thing I did get was it called out to me. So I promised myself if I ever saw this book for under $20, I needed this book. It's it's not even really a comic. It's a highlight of all the no prize scoop ups.
It's fun.
But great Starling cover. Just like it's like a lot of fun on the. I just love the cover, and they had it for $10. It's in great shape. I was very happy.
How many people actually wrote in to try to win a no prize?
I never did. I was too shy.
I mean, I was not quite around for it, but I will tell you this: it inspired something in me, where some lucky individuals may receive one of these from me.
Ooh, what's this?
What is it?
The No Cape Prize.
That's awesome.
That's nice.
So I have these for lucky individuals.
Last two, I like to. I'm just gonna throw in every once in a while, like a little fun highlights. One of them is a banger. One of them is just fun. One of the oldest comic books that I own. It's just a fun cover. 1959. It is Superman number 133. Superman joins the military. This is
no parachute, but he's wearing a helmet.
This is a
warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert.
Damn, 10 center too.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of that fun era of Superman. It's like ridiculous story. It's like the whole issue is this page after page of absolute silliness. Very, very, very fun. And the last one tonight, this one is one of the only times where I'm like, hey, antique shops sometimes can be worth it. This is like 10 years ago now. I got this for $5.
Yeah.
Solid shape, probably like a 6.0 or so.
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert.
Let's get
2 in a row.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's all I have. I'm excited for Heroes Con. So let's go. Let's get this going. What's the top 5, Rob?
Oh, I guess it's that time. Let me just go through some of these last comments here. Mostly just never got the Marvel HQ. Michael Eman wrote into X-Men 1 when Bobby makes an ice cream, and I'm just going to move on. Bonker Silver Age, nice. And damn. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's see what we got for the top 5 comics for this week. Now, let me get to the banners of all these because it is the 5th week. Actually, no, it is the 1st week of June. May is over. Thank God. I am glad that that month is done. Now we're in the month where let's hope that you can still take a plane because they don't run out of jet fuel later this month. So I'm going to change the camera around. But do remember that all of these are based off my 30, I should probably put that to like 32,000 now, comics in CLZ. I click on the value update button if I have a subscription to Cover Price, which I do, and it spits out a list of all the different changes. And it at least has to have one sale. And here we go. Let us know if you have any of these in the chat or after the show in the comments down below in that bread basket down there. Our number 5 book we have is Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 26. This is the B cover from volume 2. It's a Yasmin Putri variant from 2018. There's going to be 2 of these today. And I kind of had to skip around the list just to get this because a lot of these came to around the same price going up. So this number 5 book here, it is up $27. Somebody paid $123 for this variant this month. There are a lot of variants that are just going absolutely bat crap crazy. And if you're paying attention to this, you might be able to find some things out there in those dollar bins because if they haven't sold, some of the shops, some of these dealers, they just want it to move. That's it. Our number 4 book is Nightwing number 54, also a Yasmin Putri variant. They're kind of like twins here. There was even another book that he did for, I believe, Batman. I'm forgetting the issue number, but that one didn't go up anywhere near as much. It can still be found under about $20. So this one here, it is up $33, and it's going for exactly the same amount of money as this one. They are both $123 this week. Our number 3 book is Captain America number 117. It's the first appearance of Falcon and Red Wing. This would normally be a banger, but not during my top 5. Absolutely not. So this thing here, it came out in 1969. And no particular reason for this other than it dropped apparently so much lately that it's up $43. Somebody paid $347 for a fine, very fine condition. Now the number,
I got that when it was hitting the trough, so good timing.
I think I paid $80 for this back in 2020, right as the pandemic was beginning. I stepped into this shop and they go, yeah, we have a couple boxes in here, but they're all marked down because they smell funny. What? Yeah, they smell funny. Take a look. So he shows me this one book here and I'm like, I want it. Do you smell it? Yeah, it smells like old comic books. Yeah, that's called degrading paper. I don't care. I'll take it. $80 sold. Our number 2 book is Fantastic Four. Number 10 is the 1962 third appearance of Dr. Doom, and it even has an appearance of Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. You see him down there at the bottom, and during the storyline, well, Dr. Doom hears that these people are making comic books about them, so Doom pays a visit, takes off his mask, and the two of them are horrified at what's underneath. We never see what's underneath. It's better to think about what it could be than show it, because our minds are a lot worse at coming up with things than whatever artist might put on paper. Jack knew. And our number 1 book, and this we can chalk up to the fact that there's going to be a TV series coming out starring Jimmy Olsen, and for some reason Gorilla Grodd, I don't know, I don't get it. But in any case, this second issue from the Flash series, where now we have Barry Allen instead of the old man Alan Scott, so he took over the series at issue 105. 104 was years ago in the golden age. So
Jay Garrett, not Alan Scott.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jay Garrett. Wow.
So was Barry Allen the writer or was he the artist?
Ooh.
What?
I'm a Marvel guy. I don't know anything.
Ian, don't do that to him.
That guy. That guy.
Oh, him. Jay Garrick's grandson.
Yeah, give him the finger.
That guy.
So what's the price difference on that one?
Very good copy. A 3.0 raw. It is up $111. Somebody this week paid $532 for the first Gorilla Grodd and Pied Piper. I really got this for Pied Piper. I like the Pied Piper on the cover.
Well, you should.
There's no Gorilla Grodd. That doesn't come until like 20 issues later or so. So good book to have if you can find it in almost any condition. There are not a ton of these out there because most people have had them. They get sucked up into their collections. And a reminder, this list is intended to help readers and collectors determine whether or not they should be looking for this. And, just because something's on the top 10 list doesn't mean that you got to get this. No, hit the brakes. Wait 6 weeks. After about 6 weeks, usually things drop. And if it doesn't drop, just wait the 6 months. Because after 6 months, chances are, if that thing has not come down in price, you might as well just get it right then and there because prices ain't coming down anytime soon. But that is our top 5 books. And I want to thank everybody for joining the show, watching tonight live. If you stuck this far around, stick around just long enough so we can go around the room and ask, hey, Cliff, is there anything coming up on your channel?
Sunday for 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Comics and Coffee with Cliff, episode 76 with John's Comics with Friends, who was my very first guest on my very first episode. So, full circle, just in time for Pride Month, so I can celebrate other queer people and allies this month. Yay!
Yay.
Is John coming out finally, or?
He could count as an ally, damn it.
Oh,
Got a
He's
lot
good
of allies on this show.
Barry Allen.
Yes.
Yes, very
Tacoma.
ally.
You got anything come up?
Yeah, I will continue to have a YouTube channel that I really don't utilize anywhere near as much as I should. And I'll be on Astonishing Comics Auction Sunday night. So thank you everybody for appearing and watching us and commenting and being on the panel. It's been a great show.
Wait, are you on Sunday night on Astonishing Comics or on Saturday with the vintage auction?
Sunday night. I keep my vintage stuff. I don't have enough that I don't want to sell. So yeah.
Vintage is all yours. Then anything you want to tell the audience what to look for?
Yeah, look for me, my face.
Top Shelf Fridays on Blue Sky, folks.
Speaking of Top Shelf Friday, the post for this week on Blue Sky was this hardcover I'm bringing for Charles Vest to sign.
I still need that. I used to see that all the time in middle school, and I went, one day I will get that. I am now 47 years old, and I still haven't gotten it.
It never gets talked about, and it's wonderful. It's a beautiful book, and I am very excited to have him sign that. But yeah, see me and Kevin around at Heroes Con. I'm gonna be real loose with the hangout, but definitely top shelf hangout is gonna be a nightly thing. So if you're going to be at the convention and you want to hang out with us, throw me a DM on Blue Sky. Vincent Loves Comics. If you're trying to find me and can't find me, that's a good way to do it. Otherwise, just like run into me. Right. I'm going to be staying and having fun and probably drinking too much. So.
Caught me pulling my beard.
The most Blue Sky oriented person I know.
And don't glomp anybody unless you get permission. And for those that don't know what glomp means, that means running from across the room and jumping onto somebody, arms and legs wrapping around them, and then collapsing their knees and possibly really injuring them.
Like people try to do to me constantly.
What?
You were very gloppable, though.
I'm only gonna let Michael do that to me, but you got to come.
I can only catch certain people. Some people come at me, and I'm like, "No, slow down, you rhinoceros! No."
Yeah, my legs bend backwards, so if you ever see me, please don't do that. I will sue. Kevin,
me? Oh, kind of what Vincent said. Look for me at Heroes Con. I probably will like post a picture every morning of what I'm wearing to give everybody a little hint to try to find me. I'm going to bring some giveaways. I don't know what yet. I do have a Heroes Con preview video coming up on Wednesday, so check that out. And then I'm on the plane to Charlotte on Thursday. And I'm going to bring my equipment. I'll bring my camera. I'll bring my little lapel microphones. And maybe if we're lucky, and I'll talk to Vincent about that. Maybe we can do a little live streaming or make something while we're there. We'll see.
I have this
full access to the channel.
Yeah, I have this amazing He-Man Hawaiian shirt that I will wear in the evenings.
And that comes out this weekend, so go see it.
Yes, go see it. I
hear it's great.
Yesterday, I thought it was great. Yes, it does its own thing, but I think it pays tribute to the original material. But apparently, we cannot have nice things. I immediately woke up today to divisive discussions about it, and I was like, can you one woman was going off about what's his face, my former nemesis there, no, who's scared of a tail's crotch?
Jared Leto.
Batman.
So no, Jared Leto. So like so yeah, my former nemesis Jared Leto. I'm like, damn it, you're making me defend Jared Leto. And Jared Leto ruined the movie for you. It doesn't look or sound like Jared Leto for a hot minute. All right. So, and he was one of the better parts of the damn movie. the movie was full of Easter egg goodness for everybody. I mean, I don't know.
I'm excited to see it. I haven't
I
seen it.
have only one question and no further spoilers in this. I noticed a lack of Orko.
Oh, yeah.
There is a lack
Orko?
of Orko.
There's no Orko in the movie? Or
I didn't
allusion
say
to him?
that. There's a lack of Orko in the movie, but that does not mean that there is no Orko in the movie.
Okay.
And there
Got
are
it.
three end credit scenes.
You know.
I would have walked out. I didn't know that.
I didn't
There
want
are
to drag on
three-
things
Into
too
the
long.
movie. Just
There
for
are
that.
3 end credit scenes. The first one, in which you get a friendly surprise. The second one-
No more.
The second one will knock
I
your
have you
socks
here.
off, and the third one will remind you that you are watching Masters of the Universe.
Boom.
Anybody who says that they're annoyed with any inaccuracies with that movie clearly wasn't in the theater with me in 1987 watching the original.
Oh my
Masters of the
God!
Universe.
By the way,
Jen
he
and
has
Dana?
he has such a fun cameo. Mr. What's his name there?
I made him.
He's got a really fun cameo.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Form of water, form of shit.
Of an interrupting cliff.
I love you, Cliff. Sorry.
Michael, what you got?
Michael.
So nothing.
As always. And with that, I want to thank everybody for watching. As I always do every episode, I want to thank you all for tuning in. And again, we're going to be doing this all over again next week, as we always do. And next week, when is that? Let's see here. I have usually
June 12th.
Old Comic Book Day. So if there's anything that you saw on the show that you have, let us know in the chat after the show. And meanwhile, that's it. We're going to be doing Murder Falcon next week, folks. So tune in for that. We're doing Murder Falcon next week because most of these fine gents, they're not going to be here. So it's going to be
Busy.
me. Maybe like one, two others, or maybe it's just me. Please don't let it just be me.
I'll be
That's
here.
Yes.
Ian's
All right,
hosting before he goes to
That's
London.
the score. I like that. And with that, for the last few people in here, Dan Vinson, Eduardo, Yule Carter from Fantastic Comics. Do check out his show on Tuesdays. But this is the end of our show. Thank you all so much for watching. We will be back next week. And here is Value Moment of Zen. It's our tagline. Good night. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.